Mm,
What's going on, James?
right. How you doing,
Where
sir?
where are we? Oh, there we are. Okay, wait. It says upcoming. Okay, I think the chat is just gonna like pop up like last time. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it does.
Anyway, what's going on?
Just hanging in some laundry.
Yeah,
Um,
what are you doing?
drying
Are
drying
you
some
doing
stuff.
are you doing a podcast from the living room like or from the laundry room?
No, this is, you know, the troubles with not having moved house yet is that every room becomes multi-purpose.
You know what
So
I was thinking about last week. That's what I didn't ask you about. You bought a new house.
yeah, I'm still not in it yet.
Oh, is that gym money that bought you that house?
Gym money, baby. It's my gym money. House money from previous house has actually helped me buy this
I
house as
know
well.
that's how I got the
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, yeah, I've been smart. I put away money. I'll say this to anybody. Like whenever I've had a contract with a company, like a supplement company or anything, don't spend it all, guys. Put some aside.
Do you? Because I spend it all.
Yeah, of course you do. I know you do. But I don't. No, I try to be. I try to put like a good amount to the side and let it build a little bit.
Hey
Um,
Ben.
Big
What's
Ben,
up?
live from where are we now? Are you back in Texas now?
Dallas. Dallas. Yeah.
Oh,
Ben,
Yeah.
I have been getting people about, first of all, the glasses look really good. You look like an old Italian mobster.
Oh, a
Um,
mobster. Yeah.
yeah. I've been
John
getting
said I
people.
look a hitman. Like,
Oh, by
I'll
the
take
way,
that.
Ben, we're YouTube recorded.
Oh shit. Okay. Special.
Um, but also people have been like just going in hard on me about having you back on the pod.
Why you wouldn't let me? Oh man, am I gonna have issues with my fucking Wi-Fi?
no, I think it's him having issues. Can you hear me, Ben?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate.
Yeah, I think he's having issues for once. I'm like, is it
Fucking
me?
Fuad.
Wait, let me see if this works. I'm gonna turn off my Wi-Fi. If everything gets fucked up, we're gonna have to start over.
All right.
Okay,
I
how am I now? Am I frozen?
no, no,
No,
you're
you're
right.
good.
I was worried it was me for a second. I was like,
Yeah.
no.
I was like,
That's
I'm for sure getting the shit again. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
was like,
Mr.
fuck.
Wi-Fi.
Hey,
Getting
look who we
fucked.
got. Antoine,
Whoa.
Hey,
Whoa. You guys hear me?
Hello.
what's
what's
going
up?
on?
Can hear
Yeah, I'm good.
you,
You guys hear me?
see you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can stroke
All
you with my
right.
mouse as you're on there.
I see that James got a beautiful background.
I'm glad you noticed. I'm glad
Well,
someone noticed.
before you guys got on here, we were talking about James podcasting from the laundry room.
Yeah. Hey,
Nice.
you know,
Adult
So
a
life.
house is made to live in.
no, but 1 second, because I want to go back. I don't want to leave the conversation I had going with James. I just want to say hi to you, Antoine and Ben. Me and James were talking about him moving and how he used to save money from his previous contracts that helped him buy this house. And I said I didn't save any money. I spent all of it.
Spunked all of it.
So
Spunked all.
so Antoine and Ben, are you guys savers or are you spenders? I know Ben, you're worse than I am.
I'm nearly as bad. I'm not as bad.
Mm.
You're as bad or worse for sure.
Hmm. Yeah,
Antoine, are you a saver or no?
well, I do spend, but I have like money coming in that's like going somewhere that I can't really touch it really. Well, I could, but it's like I don't. So I have money to spend, but I also save every month.
I
So
think you're
you're a saver
What,
then.
what
I'm
he
a
yeah.
means is
saver,
he
but
has so much money, he does both.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of money compared to like a lot of people that we see online, I guess, because we always see everybody's rich online for some reason. So
Yeah.
but maybe it's just that maybe if I bought like a super nice car and I would like buy all kinds of fancy clothes and I would maybe not have as much savings. But clothes are sent to be for free for the last years. Like I rarely buy a piece of clothing anymore.
Yep.
So I don't spend on that anymore. My shoes, I got a shoe sponsor, so I don't buy
Yeah.
shoes
You're
anymore. The
sorted, mate.
barefoot shoes, the minimalistic shoes.
Yep.
And so I don't really spend. I mean, like I spent on this actually. It's like a chain, but it's like I since I was like 20, I wanted to have a gold chain. And then I was like, I had money saved. I'm like, you know what? This money could be around my neck instead of just laying like in a fucking stash or
Yeah.
in the bank, right? So
Mm.
now I could just like that's almost like savings. It's like a gold savings.
Can I can I actually express why I spend the money the way I spend it? this is
You
probably dark and
Well, you might not be
shitty.
here tomorrow.
James is kind of ahead of me. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think I've had so many friends pass in recent years that I'm like, how do I know if I'm going to live till I'm fucking 90?
You
Right.
don't. And yeah, sorry.
And this is
So-
it's like a really stupid way to think of things, but I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, if you have bucket list items, like let's say I went to California on a motorcycle trip, it cost me quite a bit of money to fly out there and rent a bike and like all this stuff. But I'm like, how often am I going to need to go on a trip to California to ride motorcycles? So it's like I feel like I spend the money because I don't know how long I'm going to be here.
That you say there is how I spend most of my days thinking nowadays. Since I got to like 35, it's you just don't you notice that, Ben?
It's 35. It's 35. I'm 37
swear.
now. It's like I'm like, fuck
I
this.
It wasn't 35 for me. For me, well, it might have been 35, but that's because it coincided with
Things,
Luke
yeah.
and John and Cedric and then like you know, there's just so many people all at once. I'm like, holy fuck.
I do have a serious question though. If that does happen, can I have your motorbike, your super bike, not those shit ones?
Put it in the wheel, bro. Put it in the wheel, bro.
Not the shit ones. You're getting the Harley. You specifically get the Harley.
He's dressed like a biker right now.
I'd probably sell the Harley for more than the other ones. To be fair.
I told Paul, because me and Paul were talking about this. I go, what do you want if I die? He goes, I want your company.
Give me a company.
I go, Paul, I own nothing. I go, literally the bank owns everything. So take your pick. You can have it, and you got to make the payments. Anyway,
are we recording right now?
Yeah, we're live on YouTube.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
live on YouTube.
Live.
What's up, YouTube?
This is how this podcast goes, Antoine. We just talk about nothing for 2 hours.
That's great. I like that.
Sipping.
You know, if Paul takes over your company, it'll probably triple because people like him way more than they like you.
I know the company will probably go into the hundreds of millions.
What if he changes the name of the company just to Paul? And it's a P instead of an H.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you? We released those Paul shirts. I don't know if you guys saw them recently.
They look good.
Honest to God, we sold like 3/4 of them in the first day.
That's cool.
He's just he's become a legend in the bodybuilding world.
He's beloved.
So James, going back to a more important conversation, you're moving. You bought the house, but you haven't moved in.
Yeah, no, it's just lots of kerfuffle with
in Cheltenham.
Yeah. I got my house reserved. I've said this probably before. My house sold, and then the buyer lost his buyer. So in this country, buying houses is such a nightmare, and in other countries, it's not the same. You're obligated. From my understanding, in other countries, you're obligated to purchase a house once you agree and all this shit. Anyway, so yeah, the chain has fallen apart below me. So
wait a minute. Go back. The guy that agreed to buy your house,
my house, has lost his buyer, so therefore he couldn't now buy my house. So the chain has folded.
But wait a minute, don't you sign something?
Yeah, but in England, it's not like that. It's so shit. In other countries, you can't do that. Like,
it's a whole chain, and if one link in that goes, the whole thing falls apart. You start all over again.
It's a nightmare. So my life right now, like, I'm having a great time and I'm enjoying training and stuff. But there is this cloud over my head a little bit, and it's a selfish cloud because having a house isn't really that important when I've still got somewhere to live right now. Because I have somewhere to live. But you know when you just haven't got somewhere that's your own. Right now, I haven't got somewhere that's my own, where I can drill holes in the wall, paint the walls. Put up television and make loads of noise. So I'm kind of in this little limbo.
Do you do that anyway, or do you have someone in?
Yeah, Yannicka. Yannicka gets the drill out. Yannicka gets the tools out and puts up all the fucking shelves. All right, but yeah, I'm just in a little bit of a limbo. But it's okay. It's fine. I'm like counting my blessings. I'm like, look, you've got nice things going on. The good things.
I don't think it has to do with like a place to live in or a place not to live in. It's like you said. I think being in limbo sucks.
So shy.
Like it's nice, especially as bodybuilders, we're so regimented and like everything is so pre-calculated that when you're in limbo, you feel like your whole life is kind of a mess. I mean, look at the room you're sitting in. It looks like a disaster.
It's fucking bomb site. Look at it. It's got like the Blu-ray collection, couple of medals, fucking pants and underwear, cardboard. You don't even want to look at the floor. No, I'm right. The floor's clean. I promise. I'm just joking. But yeah, it's like living in this. You know, I don't live this way. This isn't how I live, but I am temporarily living that way. So,
Antoine, what's going on, brother? I haven't seen you in a while. Haven't talked to you in a while. How are you?
You know, it's crazy. So let's say if I go back to when we did the podcast a while ago,
Yeah.
fast forward now. So this year, um, I got married.
That's
I I'm a first time
Congratulations.
homeowner for real, first time homeowner, and then I'm gonna have a baby in November.
He's killing it.
Hey,
holy shit. Your life has
Yeah,
changed
boy.
dramatically.
Triple threat.
You got it
Triple
all.
threat.
Yeah.
I saw some of the pictures of you and your girl and the announcement of her being pregnant. You look really happy. Everything looks really, really good. Like everything's going really well for you.
Yeah, I'm really happy. You know the crazy thing. So I'll talk about the pregnancy a little bit for fun. So the prejudging of the Arnold. I'm 6 hours before prejudging. I'm in bed, try to sleep and visualizing me on stage and just like, try to relax. And you know how it is, guys.
Yeah.
And then she comes upstairs and she's like, she already has like tears in her eyes. I was like, what is it? And then she shows me the pregnancy stick.
No way.
It's like pregnant. So like we're both like laughing and crying at the same
Yeah.
time. And then I looked up at the sky and I said, "Oh wow, nothing matters anymore."
No, I was just gonna say, like,
I bet.
you probably weren't nervous about the show anymore at
Oh,
all.
the show was like no stress about the show anymore. I was like going on stage, doing my thing, and
Yeah.
it was also like a good package I brought. I thought so. It was a great weekend, and the crazy thing. So she was going to do a test, right? Because with the pregnancy, so she said, "You want me to tell you if it's yes?" I said, "Yeah, of course. I'd want to know, right? Because we want to have kids anyway, and
Yeah.
we were like trying, but not trying really hard,
Yeah.
just trying, and."
practicing.
And she
Every
showed me
day.
that it was done. So the crazy thing is that too, it was because in prep sometimes you don't do it as often as off season or whatever, right? So I knew exactly when it was. It was on Valentine's Day. So
Oh yeah.
that was 2 weeks out from the Arnold.
How the fuck, man? Everybody gets everybody fucking pregnant except me. What the fuck?
Some
You
people just
know
got
what?
the goods.
So what we did is we went to a fertility clinic, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
We did some tests. I tested my sperm, and then she said, "Oh, it's low, but you got 14 million." I'm like, "That's a lot." No, 14 million is low. Like 45 is usually the average.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But then in my head, wait a minute, I still got some swimmers in there.
Let's do it.
So it kind of gave me confidence that hey, it can happen. Her eggs
Yeah.
were perfect, obviously, because she's younger.
Yeah.
And then just by doing that, it's like we kind of manifested it or something. So we didn't need to use whatever because they have like levels to this, right? There's like the first level, you take some
Yeah.
stuff depending, and then they have like the turkey bastard thing where they just like have a little plunger and squeeze it in,
The turkey based.
Yeah. And they got multiple techniques, so we didn't have to use anything.
Yeah.
But in Ontario here, if you go to like it was it New Life or something? Yeah, I think it was something named like that, New Life fertility clinic. They would like help you out and and do all the tests with you, give you all the support. So if I wanted, because I'd like to have more than one, obviously, I would go back there and start some things again. But now I got like I think I can just do it. I got a few tricks, for it, and yeah.
What
Use
how many
special
do you
moves.
how many do you want to have? You just said you want to have more.
I'd like to. Well, I think I'll let her decide that because four. Jen says four. I would like.
That's you better
Yeah.
start working.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm saving. No, so three I think is what I'd like, but I'd like more. But two guys and one girl, and two guys is because let's say if one is gay, at
Yeah.
least the one can do my bloodline. So the chance that the two are gay are very slim. So that's why I want.
What if they both ended up gay and the girl wasn't?
This
Then you're fucked.
generation, you don't know.
We don't know, but like the thing is, I wouldn't care.
That's the first. Can I tell you that's the first time I've ever heard that reasoning in my life. I gotta have two boys in case one's gay. The other one can carry on my name.
It's a very valid reason. Back up.
It is a good reason. Yeah.
Whatever they would choose who they like, I wouldn't care because as soon as she got pregnant, I started stressing like, oh, I hope everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Right. And then with the MRIs, I mean the is it MRIs? No, this ultrasounds.
Ultrasound. Yeah.
They keep doing, and sometimes they have so many tests now, and we check everything. Sometimes they were stressed out. Oh, this is not like the big enough yet. fucking stressing out. What's wrong? This, but
Yeah.
then it's normal.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
always be normal. Everybody that talked about they do MRIs, they get scared. They do ultrasounds, they get scared, and it then becomes normal. So now
Right.
I felt what it was like to stress about the health of your child.
Mm.
So now the only thing I care about is a healthy baby, and a healthy wife, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't care what they do, But I would still like to be my name to be passed on, so that you can live forever, through
Do
your
you have
name.
any brothers, Antoine?
I have 3 brothers.
Oh, so your name's gonna go on anyway. It just might not be your fault.
You're going to go there, Angels.
Yeah.
No,
No,
now
it's
you
like
can,
no,
though.
because the reason I said that is because I don't have kids, but the Abiad name will go on because I have 3 brothers.
I guess so. You're right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I guess
So-
so.
they took care of it for me. I don't have to worry about it.
Oh, yeah, because I only have a sister, so my name wouldn't carry.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Mm,
I
James,
better get,
you gotta
I
step
better
it.
get, I better get a turkey baster.
I've had like I think maybe 20 people now, and I've 100% record on
Fertility.
cycle.
Yeah, you've been
On
helping
cycle.
people, haven't you, as well? And you've been helping people get fertile. Like, yeah.
You should open a fertility clinic, man.
I
Fuck
don't
this.
need it. I don't need a clinic.
Dude, fuck this. You know what? No, but I mean that should be your advertising. Like, fuck the coaching thing. You should just be the
Mate, imagine how many people.
fertility guy.
Yeah.
You know how
Mate, I'm far more successful in a percentage terms as a
Yeah, you're batting
fertility specialist.
You're batting 100.
You know what? I got an idea for you. So you know how Greg Duchette has the cookbook. You should get a textbook.
I'll call it Ben's Bunny in the Oven.
Yeah,
Ben,
but
Perfect.
Bunny the Oven sex book.
yeah.
And then I'll
I'm
get
gonna have to
Antoine.
reach out to
Antoine,
Ben for
you're very
services.
flexible, Antoine. So I'll get you to do the images of it, like the positions.
Yeah, I will.
Like a
100%.
Kama
gotta,
Sutra book, a Kama Sutra book, but for fertility.
I have the super chat going, so I have to answer this. This guy says, I'm debating between an Iron 883 and a Lowrider S. Thoughts? That's on a motorcycle. So I'm gonna say Lowrider S personally.
I'm gonna say
Get a sport bike.
a Yamaha R1.
And then I have another question here. It says, my friend and I just spent the whole day taking pics with Paul's head around London. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw. I don't know if you guys
got
saw.
these, are they real? Yeah,
Yeah,
those?
yeah. If you buy the
Cool.
shirt, you get like the head on a stick.
That's fucking awesome.
Which London? The good London or the shitty Canadian London?
It's going to be
I
the
think
Canadian
the
ones.
good London.
Oh, the good London.
What, our London?
Yeah, you're London. There's a guy that messaged me from San Francisco. He said, I'm gonna put Paul's head in the gayest places I can find.
That's awesome. Put them in a skid row. Skid row.
Okay, Antoine, I gotta ask you. So all this really cool shit has happened to you since the last time you were on the podcast. The last time we were on the podcast, the main conversation was about your recovery and how well you've been doing through all your rehab and just putting all that life behind you. How is that? Is that life completely gone now? Is that Antoine completely gone, or is that something you still struggle with?
That life is there every day.
Really?
Yeah. It's part of it. It's just and the thing is, I used to get mad for thinking about these things still, but then now I realize that this is just how my brain is. So I don't get mad about these thoughts that can arise sometimes. I just accept them and let them go, and I try to recenter myself, and they go away, for a day. Sometimes they come back after 5 minutes, but I always try to deal with them. And I have over 3 years clean now, so I don't know when we did our thing, but now I got 3 years clean plus I can
Good for you.
Yeah, thanks. And it's still a thing every day. I think about drugs every day still, but it's more like the thing now. I'm so honest with myself. I know exactly who I am. There's no way I can control my drug usage because
you're not. So you don't think about, oh, maybe I'll go to this party and I just won't do any drugs, or you just stay away from it all completely.
I stay away from it all because without the drugs, most of these parties fucking suck anyway.
Yeah.
So
let me. So can I ask you this? So I have we help my brother-in-law with his recovery. He's been living with us for 4 years now.
Yeah.
And he's been clean and sober for 4 years, and he's gotten his life straight and everything. He told me it's a little different. Like, so, and I'm sure not everybody's the same, but is this kind of how it is with addicts? Like one person, like it varies in the way you think? Because he tells me that he's past it and he's like, he never wants to go back to that life, doesn't think about that life, and he's like moved on. So is that possible, or is he just like telling himself that right now because it's easier?
Oh, I think everybody is different, but like so I know some people, they got 6 years and it's that, and supposedly after 3 years it becomes easier.
Yeah, yeah.
I think everybody's different, and yeah, and the thing is that I notice, for example, like when I'm prepping, there's no way that I'm thinking about any of that stuff because I'm obsessing over something else, right?
Right, right.
Like when there's downtime, or I notice that when my life is going really, really good,
Yeah.
there's like a part of me in my head that, because I tried to analyze that like just last week because I was wondering why I keep thinking like that, and especially now, right? Because I think in the past when I used to be proud of myself and I would reward myself with a
Okay.
party and drugs. So now because I'm really proud of what I'm achieving right now, maybe it's like my brain's like still doing that because
Mm.
Yeah.
it's like these connections are like there for forever. I think it's pretty much hardwired, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You, you know what that's like? Remember we talked about it when you were on the podcast when we were talking about my food addiction.
Yeah.
You
Because
have one of those.
because I, 'cause I was telling Antoine about how I my relationship with food, and he was like, "You sound like a fucking addict." The
Yeah.
whole what you just said about like you want to reward yourself, that's how I am with food.
Yeah.
Like if I do something good, I'm like, I think I'll order a pizza tonight.
Yeah.
But what I was going to ask you though, Antoine, is it possible that those thoughts are self-sabotage because you feel like you don't deserve it?
I mean, there's a part of that too, because for example, like when I was a kid, I felt like I was kind of worthless a little bit
Yeah.
because I was scared. My parents got divorced, and maybe I felt I wasn't worthy of deserving a
Yeah.
happy life because I was like scared all the time, right? So, whatever happens when you're really young, it kind of like stays with you because your brain keeps developing for a long time, as a male. And so I think this is maybe part of it is self-sabotage. Like I don't want to sabotage anything, but like maybe subconsciously my brain's doing weird things too, So
Right, right.
I don't know exactly the answer. Sometimes, like if I try to think about why am I like this, it's like there's no end, and I don't really know why. But the thing that I know for sure why I'm like this is because I have the brain of an addict. That's
Right, right, right,
that's
right,
why.
right.
If I
So
want, yeah.
so the other thing you mentioned was not only that you're having a child, but also that you bought a house. How the fuck did you buy a house in the Toronto area? It's like
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like a shack costs like a fucking $1 million.
Well, I'm in Hamilton, so it's like a little bit
Oh, it's
better.
a little
Yeah,
bit better, yeah.
but what
Yeah.
it is that I got some help from family that they already had a house,
Oh,
and
nice.
we kind of sneaked in a mortgage.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So
Nice, nice.
we didn't have to apply for a mortgage yet. That's the thing. Because
Okay.
if you got the money, for whatever cash down, whatever, you might not have you might get refused for a mortgage.
Yeah, because you don't have the
Yeah.
income.
Right, 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 right.
But I got lucky, we got lucky, so I'm grateful for that. Because if you don't have any help, if you're like been working since in your 20s and you're in your 30s and you're not a multimillionaire, it's kind of hard to buy a house in
Yeah,
where we are, right?
yeah, yeah.
Crazy. I don't say the thing is like, oh yeah, like you could hear like somebody say like yeah, I bought a house when I was in my 20s and married, and like, yeah, when you were in your 20s,
Yeah.
on toll, you were like it was 100 grand to buy a house.
Well, you were
Yeah.
making back then you were making like $50,000 a year at Ford working on the line, but the house only costs $150,000 to buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you still make $50,000, but the house costs fucking $1 million.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit fucked up. But
Yeah.
Ben, you haven't been around in a while. How are you, man?
Good, you let me back on. Thanks.
Hey.
Well, I thought you needed to take a pause for a little while. You weren't.
Yeah, I got ahead of myself, huh? I was excited. Got
Fuck
cocky.
you. Fuck you guys. I asked you guys, you and James, I asked you guys every fucking week for
So I just thought we were like too
Sure,
busy.
let me
Right?
know. Sure, let me know. Sure, let me know.
fuck you guys. What is going on in the chat? I think there's some drama going on in the chat.
Are they
You
beefing?
having a
Okay.
fight?
No, I think I gotta block this guy. He's just
Got
saying
some
You're gonna
bad
moderate.
moderators.
You're gonna
Where are
moderate
you?
these cunts.
I gotta moderate here. Let me just remove this person. Okay.
We
You have
should
to ruin
try
it for everyone.
So if I pull up the chat, I can see it too.
If you go on my channel and click on the live video, you can see the chat on the side. So Antoine,
Hmm.
I'm just gonna I don't want to delve into this too much. I'm just gonna ask it really quickly and you can answer it however you want, just because it's being asked in the chat. Do you want to touch on leaving HD at all, or do you want to leave that alone?
Well, the thing is, I could touch on it, but there's just some unresolved issues that are, even though it's not linked to HD, it's like it's all the same type of like group of like things and people. So I can't. I could,
It's
but
okay. You don't have to. I just
it would not help me in with my situation right now, but maybe in the future. But
So let's talk about something more positive, which is you signed with Jack Factory
yeah,
when last week.
well, the day I left HD.
They were waiting.
They were waiting for you.
They were like, "Hey, boy, better get you on board."
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So Howard, did you know the guys at Jack Factory? Did they just reach out to you right away after they heard, or like what happened? Why did you decide to go there? You probably have, sorry, one more question. You probably have your pick of a number of
Yeah,
different supplement companies. I'm sure not that they're not the only people that reached out to you.
you're
So
a popular man.
how did you make your decision?
Well, the thing is, because when I was with Universal, I was attached to the brand and the people, and Redcon was like a little bit different, I guess. It was more of like a normal, where you just don't. It's just like a contract, and you're with them, and people then you be friends with the people afterwards. But with HD, I was like, I had a big emotional attachment to it, right? And because it's like it was family, or they were my friends. So for me to jump to another company that it's random, I could not really do that. So I didn't really look around too much. I just asked my training partner, Morgan McDonald,
Oh, yeah.
and he's been friends with the owner of Jack Factory since high school.
Okay.
So he actually started a company while he was still university for business, and it was at first it was Johnny, the owner of the Jack Factory, was Morgan and another guy. Just these three guys, and Morgan would be the guy for pictures and
Is
so.
Morgan part owner of Jack Factory?
No, he's just been an athlete since day one.
Oh,
And
okay.
been
Okay.
helping
Okay.
them, right? They're like good friends.
Sure, sure.
So and then I just learned more about the story behind Jack Factory and what they're about and what Morgan's been doing and like what they want to do also. And so it kind of like I was like, you know what, this is gonna be great. Like I'm with my friend, my training partner every day. I'm gonna train. I'm gonna be able to do content. And the guys at Jack Factory, they're like really really cool. They just love bodybuilding. And I was like, this is a brand I would go with. And because there were a lot of moving parts going around with like HD, and I wasn't sure what was going on anymore, and the vibe was a little bit different. I'll just say that. I was like, I have a feeling I need to like entertain something, right? Just
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
to protect myself. And that was getting more interested more and more with like Jacked. And then I talked with the owner, and I was talking, and it was really cool and understanding. And he said, whenever you're ready, we could work something out. And then I kept thinking about it, and then the HD thing happened, and I was like, took my phone, hey man, what's
I'm
up?
ready. I'm ready.
It was saying bing bang, and I got a really good contract actually. So I'm really happy, and it's gonna be fun to and everything that so John, the owner of Jack Factory, every time I say like, hey, let's do a road trip in Quebec, would you be down for that? Yeah, man, fuck yeah. Hey, there's the Fitlock Classic that my Calais is promoting. Would you be? Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing. We should do some merch. I got a contact with the designer. Yeah, let's go. So
Yeah.
everything, that's all, in life. All I want to do is cool projects with cool people,
Yeah.
have fun, and just make cool things. Like some big things, and just cool projects to. It makes me happy, and people can like also be happy from that. And I want to do that without
Drama.
being held back. Beyond
Shit, you know
drama.
what? That just reminds me. I've got all your Redcon Pump is the Cure merch in my closet at
Oh
home.
yeah.
Yeah, I got it all there.
I think
Yeah,
I
that
think
just reminded me.
yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
make the Pump is the Cure shirt with Jack. We're gonna have to do that.
Somebody's asking in the chat who Jack Factory is. They never heard of them. Jack Factory is primarily a Canadian company, but they are very popular. I mean,
Pretty big.
Chris
They're
Bumstead was with them for a little while, right?
And Wesley.
Before
He was.
Raw.
And
Mhm.
yeah, we're
Yes,
right
he was.
right before Raw. And they're big in the US too. And if you go on the Amazon website, like their pre-workout, there's 20,000 reviews at 4 stars. And so
They're a massive Amazon brand.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
really, really, really big. It's just
Yeah.
they don't. What happens is that he's so busy that he didn't have enough time getting athletes and promoting the bodybuilding part. So then I was like, dude, I want to do that. So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna try to push hard and make the brand known because it's a great brand, like affordable prices, really good like staple like formulas. It's really cool, So I was really happy to be part of that now. It kind of makes sense. I like the fact that they're Canadian. They're actually from Newfoundland.
Yeah, I know they're out east. Well, good for you, Antoine. I'm happy. I'm happy you landed on your feet and you're gonna just keep going forward.
Yeah.
Ben, what's going on with you? Where you been?
What do you mean?
What are you fucking doing? Where you haven't
Been
talked to the people.
traveling.
Yeah,
I haven't. My feet haven't.
you haven't talked to the people in
My,
months. And every time I call you, you're like, I don't want to do this stupid
been-
podcast.
Every time I call.
Just
Yeah,
so people,
it's cool one time, mate.
just for people watching, I call Ben every week, and every week he says, "This podcast is stupid. I don't want to do it."
Only the ones with you on.
Yeah, you. If I wasn't on, you'd come on more often.
For sure.
I'll just
absolutely.
leave, and you and Ben can run it.
There you go.
What's going
No,
on? How have you been?
I've been traveling. I've been good,
Antoine
man.
Antoine bought a house. He's having a kid, and he's got a new sponsor. What's your news?
I haven't fucked. I can't beat that. I could.
You can't beat that.
Yeah, you should have started with me and ended with Antoine.
Yeah, that's right.
Came
Now
down.
we're going downhill.
No, I took my family to Mexico for 5 days on our first ever family holiday, and that was
Oh,
one of
yeah.
the things. Do you know what? That was something that we haven't been away. Like I've done like little things like Olympias, and then we do like an add-on day at Disney and shit like that, right? But
Yeah.
going away on actual holiday, and I didn't realize how much I needed the holiday. We spoke about this. I didn't realize how stressed I was and like up the air. So it was nice. And then traveling to shows and with athletes and stuff. Yeah, it's been a busy time.
I
I wish I was there.
Where
Looks fun.
you wish you were
Like I'm watching like Ben with Carlos and John.
Oh yeah,
It
all
looks like a
together.
good time, man.
Yeah.
It's bodybuilding for what bodybuilding should be, you know.
Yeah,
You know what?
Yeah.
It's funny, James, because I was planning on doing this trip with those guys because that's part of the reason I like having the company, so I get to go fuck around and pretend I'm a bodybuilder still.
There you go.
But we had a bunch of stuff launching, and if we have clothing coming in, I'm like, fuck, man, I can't just leave. But yeah, I'm jealous too. I see you guys training at Metroflex and doing everything.
We had a good time at Metroflex yesterday. Those two boys, because it was John's last session, so he's just doing an upper body pump. He competes tomorrow. Yeah. And I'm like, you do not fucking. I said, steady.
Yeah, you want to go in there.
And he walked around with a giant smile on his face, and Brian was in there training, and Brian's like, yeah. And just John's like, I want to go, man. I want to go. I'm like, don't you fucking dare. Don't you start. Like, getting him full has been tricky anyway. So I'm like, don't you start killing yourself in here. But it's been a good time having the British boys out. Carl and John are the boys. I've known those for like, shit. I've known John for 15 years Carl for 15 years and John for 10. John was actually Luke's client athlete. Luke turned John pro. Right. So it's kind of like come full circle around now. And I'm like, John, we're gonna run at this. So it's good fun.
So hold on. So you said you went to Mexico and you didn't know how stressed you were. And one of the things I want to bring up is it's amazing what you can get used to. And you think is normal until you get away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, James, have you ever been in that situation like Ben's talking about, or Antoine, where you're like, you're so deep into working on something that you forget that you haven't taken a break, and then when you get away from it, you're like, oh fuck, I forgot. Because the reason I'm saying that is because I went to Dubai with Summer last year.
Yeah,
and we hadn't been on vacation in like 8 years. And when we went, I was like, holy shit, I forgot what it was like to just relax and like
to have a normal few days.
Yeah.
I gave the people my attention, you know. I gave them like the kids, the boy, like Denise. I left my phones in the room. We didn't get out of the water. Like we were in the sea or the pool for all fucking day, just playing. And I haven't been able to do that because I'm like always like my phone will go off. I'm like, cool, let me just, and I'm always like spinning a couple of plates at any one point. And so it's nice to actually be present and engage. And I think they felt that too. So it was cool. And now I can come back.
A good thing with that as well is like if you can get that in every now and then, it allows you to feel like you can commit to those other things as well, because you've got that kind of healthy. I know.
That's what I mean. I was like, now I can step back into the pool.
Yeah,
you know,
and you feel good for it. You're fine with it because you've done that bit that you felt like you should do, and that is what you should have done. So,
you know what I related to? I related to like chronic overtraining. You know when you're when you're overtraining, but you don't think you're overtraining,
and then
like
you have a few days forced off.
Yeah, like let's say you take your pre-workout every day, you go to the gym and you can get through it because you're stimmed up. Yep. But like your body's not really rested. But you just keep going to train because you love it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same thing in life. You just keep working. And once you go take a break and come back, your work level goes your productivity goes way up.
Yeah.
You know, the other thing as well is like you spend so long trying to be, I guess, successful or whatever, that when it starts rolling and you are busy, or being self-employed for like now 18 years, you don't want to take that foot off the gas because it doesn't feel normal. Like you don't want to. I can't do that.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
but that's what I mean about overtraining. It's the same thing in the gym. You're like, oh, I don't want to take a break. I'm making really good progress, but you'd be making better progress if you took a couple days off and then came back, right? It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
you always think you just got to push hard. It's almost like my career didn't get better until I met John, and John told me to stop. Yeah, he's like, hey, take it easy a bit. Like, you don't got to fucking train that hard for that long. You can do this many sets. And like it made me better because I like
Yeah.
wasn't going as crazy.
But I feel like I don't know whether you're the same. I always have to find my break point because I think human nature is like you always want a little piece more, right?
Yeah, but guys
Like,
like us,
oh, that worked. How much does like it's like the same thing with dosing, right? Oh, 500 mg worked. How much would
20 milligram more a
like?
day
And
won't
you
hurt.
just and I think human nature is always like more. Like more isn't always more, right?
yeah, but guys like us, I'm pretty sure we're all like this, don't have a breaking point. Like I
No,
would
you
like
do.
we
You'll find
don't
your limit. You have to find your limit.
no, because I would train through that and my body would just look worse. But I
Well,
thought
that's what I mean. That's your break point
yeah, I
when the
know, but what
physique
I'm
starts
Yeah,
to
but
saying,
like
but
it's not a
I'm
mental
saying
one, is it?
I'm
Yeah.
saying mental breaking point. I'm not talking physical.
Oh, okay.
There's
But this
nothing,
is
Yeah.
you know
this
what I
kind of
mean?
goes full circle with the conversation we had earlier where Antoine said, you know what Antoine said about like his childhood and like how it can make you feel unworthy sometimes. I kind of find this connects to this because bodybuilding comes with a sense and a feeling of like a little bit of self-destruction that we kind of enjoy.
Right.
So it's actually attractive to feel that way. So then you actually feel bad for resting because you're
Yeah.
attracted to that feeling of self-destruction to a degree. Not like
Right.
complete self-destruction, but you know what I mean? Because I feel like the day's not a good day if I don't come out of it feeling exhausted.
Yeah.
Progress is in the suffering, right? It's like
Yeah,
that kind
man.
of like,
So it kind of, and I think that's way of thinking is
Yeah.
full circle with what Antoine was kind of saying
Can
earlier
I
for
just
me.
can I just touch on two things somebody's saying here?
Yeah, man.
One guy said, talk about John Meadows training. We need more people to train that way instead of dumb top sets. I'll tell you, one of John's main principles was doing a top set. So I'm
I
not
want to
sure.
I want to see the guy's physique that calls top sets dumb.
Like John used to call them challenge sets. Remember, Antoine? Like you've done the programs.
Programs, yeah.
So you would do X amount of sets, and then he would say, okay, this is your challenge set. And he would tell you to go all the way. So
Yeah.
the challenge set is just changing the name, top set, challenge set, same thing.
Maybe he says that because John Meadows had like a really cool structure to his program, and it was almost like a story pretty much when you were
Yeah.
doing his program. And I think he means that the like 15, 6, 15, 12, 10, 8, 6.
Oh, yeah, that way I agree with because I think Antoine, like nowadays, and Ben and James, you can touch on this because I think you actually train this way. You guys do a lot more like small feeder sets, like 2, 3, 4 reps, right? Whereas John used to increase the reps and then pyramid down as the weight got up.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because I normally do that where I preserve that energy for those top sets.
Right.
But I do notice as I'm getting older and after watching Ronnie Coleman and being inspired all the time, again, that I had a period of training where I was doing 10 reps regardless in every warm-up set.
Right.
And then I was actually not quite getting to the same maximum load that I would previously,
Right.
but it felt great for bodybuilding. So both ways work. It depends what your body can tolerate, doesn't it? And how many training years have you already done? Because
Right.
the amount that you have left is determined by how many have you done and what have you been doing.
Well, and I think it's also depends on the style in which you started with because I started training like the pyramid style, and then I tried training like the way you guys trained, and I kind of hurt myself because my body was just used to a certain amount of volume before getting into the heavier sets.
You know what I'm finding, and again, like coaching bigger guys as well and seeing it, more muscle, more problems, right? And you have to manage that. So what you could do when you were 50 pounds lighter, now it's a much different overload on demand on the body. So as you move through your training age and you accumulate more tissue, you have to scale back on that. You can't just bury sets like you used to and recover from it because the load on that central nervous system is so much more demanding. And also you're getting more efficient rep for rep. Like you guys now, like Antoine and James, kind of like the prime of your careers, when you do a rep of leg, like a leg extension, just say one rep now, the amount of recruitment and kind of engagement you're getting versus 5 years ago, 6 years ago, your reps now are way more efficient and effective
Yeah,
rep for rep, right?
you learn to recruit more. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you learn to recruit more in terms of a percentage, but then also the muscle is now bigger, so that demand on the body changes. So you really have to actually, I find, moderate volume down as you get older through your training age, right? So as you're like 10 years deep into it and you have that bulk of the tissue,
Oh, hi.
Danica.
I didn't see her up there.
you can't just, you get like a newbie in the beginning, in the early days, and you can just hammer them with volume. They need the volume. They need that,
Mhm.
and
But,
it's not as impactful.
Antoine, are you still doing a lot of are you still taking a lot of principles from John's training and using them, or do you kind of gotten away from it?
No, there's a lot of things that will always stay with me forever, right? But now I'm training with Morgan every time, right? And Morgan somehow has constantly put on pounds and pounds of muscle over the recent years, even past 300 pounds. You know, sometimes you plateau, but he's like 338 right now in the morning.
Right,
so,
right.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna follow what he does a little bit. Then I'm gonna add some of my own like intensity and like originality to it sometimes. But it's pretty much we do for chest, for example, we don't really do any free weight right now. We haven't
Okay.
put that. And
Yeah.
it's just been working a lot. And anything that will hurt my shoulder, I won't do it. When I was a kid, I would push through the pain and try to recover. But now I feel like I have no pain in my body, and I'm 37.
I don't think there's anything wrong. This is going to fly in the face of everything I've ever said, bodybuilding wise, but
Yeah.
I don't think maybe I'm just getting more mature as a bodybuilder, or trying to be more open in my thinking. But James or Ben, is there anything wrong with somebody saying I don't use any free weight for chest?
Not really. It's purely just making friction for no reason if we argue against. Like,
Well,
do you know what I mean?
sorry,
It's not.
go ahead.
There's no like. Legitimately, you could build
I have a
Mr.
reason
Olympia's
why.
physique.
I have a reason why I don't really do it anymore, because with my shoulders, let's say I would do incline or even flat dumbbell press and I go heavy, my shoulders the first thing's gonna happen to my set, my shoulders are gonna hurt from fucking bringing those up. Right? So it's like, why would I hurt myself before my first rep? So now with the machine, I could go right, tensions right on the chest right away, right?
But I'm not. But Antoine, I'm not speaking solely for you individually or somebody with an injury. I'm just saying
In general.
In general, if somebody came up to you and said, "I don't do any free weights for chest," would any of you say maybe you should try something different, or would you be like, whatever makes you feel good?
I would say, if you're starting out, you need to learn free weight movements.
Okay.
But if you're like 15 years down the line and you're a pro, you all do machines, obviously you know how to fucking work out, right?
Activate, you know how to feel the chest.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think it's like learning to drive a car, and you have to do a driving test. And I think everybody should have a base knowledge in the gym of what equipment is in front of them. And if you literally don't know how to use those free weights and do movements of it, you're actually a danger to the gym.
Yeah, that could be true. Yeah.
So, at least have that base understanding of those movements. So definitely learn to do your dumbbell presses and your barbell rows and your squats. But if you don't want to implement them into your actual training program, it's not going to stop you progressing. And it's only old wankers like me that love doing barbell rows and stuff that are going to bust your balls and say stop being a pussy. But it's me busting your balls.
Wait a minute.
Not barbell rows. Don't know, James.
Don't go to the back. It's different.
Is this a thing between you have to do it on back, otherwise
back is different. Back is different than chest.
I do think you need a blend of both, and particularly with beginners. If you put them on a free weight like dumbbell press, their stabilizers are going to gas out pretty quick, and you're going to need to move them into a machine press right after that. They can't do the whole session on free weights just because it's old school and hardcore. The workout's going to become very ineffective after that first week.
I'm going to fucking lose my shit.
I said a blend of both. Do the barbell rows, and then when you
know what I love,
you
know what my favorite reels are now that I see on Instagram or TikTok. They take bodybuilding in like the 90s or 2000s, and they show the guys fucking rowing or fucking doing dumbbell rows or doing heavy military press, and then they show bodybuilding now, and it's guys like on a machine doing this shit. It's like, I love the fucking contrast. And the guys in the fucking back in the day have massive thick backs. It's like
I like,
okay,
I tell
wait.
you, he does that a lot. I tell you, he does that a lot. You know, Ant Bales, he loves doing that.
Oh, he's the greatest. I love
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
this
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
So let me ask you this. Okay, this is going to take a lot of some humility on both your parts because you guys are still competing.
Let's do it, man.
Do you think we have an epidemic in the IFBB of not spectacular backs?
Oh, I would care to say, yeah, backs seem to be not as good as they should be. Myself
I feel
included.
like I feel like legs are bigger.
Yeah, legs are bigger. I'll give you that. But I mean, if you look at backs in the entire Olympia lineup in 2020, I'm not taking that year particularly. I just mean like recent years versus the entire Olympia lineup in like 2002. I feel like the backs were not. Sorry, go ahead, Antoine. You're cutting out.
Yeah, so I think if you take the top 5 of the last year, so
Yeah.
who it was, Hadi,
So Derek, Hadi, Samson,
put Nick in there.
Brandon, Andrew.
Brandon, Andrew. Okay.
Let's put Nick in there anyway. So let's look at their backs. All right. Hadi, Derek, Nick Walker. Okay, fucking crazy back. Let's take a top 5 of like 1997.
Okay, but wait. Can I add a caveat to that?
Yeah.
Hadi, Derek, and Nick do fucking heavy barbell rows.
Yes.
Okay, so that's actually still proving my point. Those motherfuckers still train like the old school guys.
Yeah, so I mean, like if you take the whole lineup, how did the 10 to 15 look back in 97?
I'm just saying, like, the depth of the backs is not what it used to be.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just like, maybe I'm being nostalgic.
I feel like there's more emphasis now on hip hinging than there is on rowing.
I mean, look, I agree with Ben.
So,
I think the legs are better now. I'd say there's bigger legs now, but I think something's got lost in the back.
I think people just use too many machines generally for their like upper back work, and then they all do RDLs or deadlifts, which is cool. But I still feel like building like that meat on your back, a barbell row just does everything. And I do notice a lot of people don't do barbell rows now. Or dumbbell rows.
If you're going to take the back, I'd say specifically lower back is where I really see the diminish in recent years.
When you say lower back, do you mean erectors or you mean low lats?
Erectors.
Oh, okay. I'm talking low lats.
Yeah.
I don't see like that. You know, Hadi's low lats sweep like from his hip, and they come out.
But that's like insertion, though. More
it is an insertion thing as well.
Yeah, but But if you look at a lot of backs, the insertion is there. It's still in the oblique area, but it's not. It's not.
I know the answer.
If you look at Hunter. Hunter doesn't have that lower lat insertion, right? So it's like Dennis Wolf's. Like
no, that's not true.
I know the answer.
That's not true. Hunter.
He doesn't have that low lat that you're talking about. Hadi has.
No, he doesn't have the meat there, but the back inserts there. You can see where it inserts.
Right.
He doesn't have.
It's simple.
Go ahead, James. You have the answer.
No one does pull-ups anymore.
You know what? That's funny. I do. I started doing them again.
And your lower lats are popping out already.
Dude, I love that assisted. I love that assisted pull-up machine.
I had Samson do it last time Samson was here, and he's been doing them ever since. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but
that's why Samson's back's improved.
No, I'm not taking credit. I'm not. I'm just saying he loved it. He said it felt really good because I think I decided because I'm getting older, I wanted my like joints to get stronger, not just like isolate. So I started doing the assisted pull-up machine so I could develop all of that.
You know who I did that with 3 years ago out in Tennessee? Nick Walker. We trained back, and then at the end he's like, I really like doing these, and we do like 3 sets of assisted pull-ups on that thing.
Yeah.
I actually need a assisted pull-up at the gym because I want one for myself because I'm too fat to do normal pull-ups.
Yeah, no, I can't. No, none of us can.
Hey, really Kai used to hit pull-ups.
I know.
Yeah,
like in his warm-ups, he would do
hold
pull-ups.
on. If you saw Kai's pull-ups, you wouldn't say they were real pull-ups.
You're dissing his pull-ups. Kai.
I mean, the guy's got lower lats.
Shit, Kai.
I'm not. Yeah, but his lower lats look like that because the way he used to row a barbell, not because his half pull-ups.
Kai's going to get 3 red flags on his pull-ups from Fouad. Won't even get one.
So first we have Ian attacking him, and now
I'm not attacking. Ian, look, I have
Hunter too.
Kai is in my top 10 best bodybuilders of all time.
Is he?
Is he?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Why, he's not in yours?
I don't know. That's a big question. That's one of them that takes a whole 3
Here-
hours.
No,
to
man.
even
Oh, we
articulate.
got time. We're sitting here.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Not in
know.
my top 10. He's not in my top 10. He's high. He's not in top 10.
Kai is not in your top 10.
It depends when you actually think, like, what's your top 10 of actual how good a bodybuilder someone is, or what's your top 10 favorite bodybuilders? Because your favorite might not be actually the best. Because I have a sentimental like attachment to some bodybuilders that they aren't necessarily the best bodybuilder, but
Hey,
to
look,
me they
Eric Frankhouse is one of my favorite bodybuilders.
There you go.
Okay,
There
okay.
you
We're
go.
not going. We're not going by personal preference. We're going by like
actual physical.
actual, not necessarily record. We're going by what we think under bodybuilding criteria.
Mm.
Antoine, would Kai be in your top 10?
Have you ever watched the full grapefruit video? Have you really took
That'll
the
open your eyes.
Awesome.
That'll open your eyes to the situation.
I've only seen one clip of it.
Okay, so the best part is the beginning.
Put it up.
I'm not putting it up.
There's a censored version online. No.
Because you know what the premise is? I can explain the premise.
Okay, tell us.
It's pretty funny. So it's Kai is like in the office with a suit on, right? Like a suit, like a normal suit.
Go on, Kai.
Yeah.
Tie with a tie or something. And then he's like on the chair, and he's like, "Oh, it's hot in here."
Oh no.
Then he starts stripping a little bit, and then it's like he sees the grapefruit. He said, "Oh, it's so hot, and it's just me and this fruit here." Something like that. And then it's like he's like bored at work. So that's what the person is like, bored at work. And then he kind of like takes the grapefruit and starts like dancing and posing with it, like he's like he's seducing the grapefruit.
Yeah.
It's like a whole build up to this.
Yeah.
So then it goes on to, you can imagine what happened after that.
Yeah.
I watched the whole video. I was like pretty captivated by the whole like
Captivated by the whole video. He literally watched all 15 minutes.
progression, the premise. I was like, this video is bonkers. It's hilarious. Oh, it's like
Okay, let's go back. I'm actually really curious.
Okay.
You don't have to give me exact like placings, but who are some top 10 people that would be ahead of Kai? Obviously, there's a bunch of Olympians in there. So like Dorian, Ronnie,
Jay,
Phil, Dexter. Okay, that's 5.
Okay.
Now what? You're fucked. There's no way.
Flex Wheeler.
I'm talking to Ben. You're fucked.
What do you mean?
Okay, can I just say, because if we're talking bodybuilding criteria, Kai Greene is going to kill Flex Wheeler.
Yes. Oh, really?
Dude, Flex Wheeler on stage is like 230. Kai's like 260.
His lower half was soft too.
Yeah,
I hear that.
And Kai was stripped out as fuck from the back. And we're taking them at their best. Yeah, but we're taking them at their best, right? And Flex Wheeler's best.
He was peeled in 93.
Yeah, that was like 218 pounds. It was like a classic guy standing next to Kai Greene.
Yeah, but that's like Dexter standing next to Jay and still beating him. That's like Dexter beating Jay in 08.
Yeah, but that's not Dexter was still
bro.
Hey, what's your best Kai? Because Kai, when he's lighter, in my opinion, was best.
I love arguing with James because he just likes to troll the fuck out of me.
Kai was his best, in my opinion, in New York Pro 2012.
I was gonna say
and he's lighter.
I was gonna say the Cheru Classic where he almost beat Phil.
Yeah.
But New York was a good one too. Okay, fine. I'll give you Flex Wheeler. I'll give you Flex Wheeler. Okay.
I think Chat would agree that Flex Wheeler is definitely a top 10 guy.
Yeah. I agree with you guys. We'll give you Flex. We'll give you Flex
and a lot of them are going to say Lavroni as well.
Okay, fine. I'll throw in Lavroni, even though I don't agree. We'll throw in Lavroni.
Well, Lavroni is one of my favorites.
Ian would be fucked at this point. You got Kevin and Kai.
Yeah, he's got his favorites.
Yeah.
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We still got 3 to go. I can't think of.
What about Rami? You're a Rami fan.
Okay, Rami.
You've got to have Rami on. He's a 2-time Olympian, and he can hold his own.
Okay, Rami.
Hadi there?
Sorry?
Did you put Hadi there? Yeah.
Is Hadi better than Kai? No.
What do you mean no?
Okay, chat. We need you guys' help. Does anybody in the chat think Kai or Hadi is better than Kai?
Let's go, mashallah.
What about Samson?
Not peeled enough.
If he was peeled, then he could.
If he was peeled, yeah.
If he
It was
We'll
peeled.
come back to this
Just
in
get pilled,
November.
Samson. Just get pilled.
Just-
In October, we'll
Just like-
You know,
revisit.
you know how much he loves when you say that, eh, James?
I know. Luke used to say the same minute. We used to be like, people would be
Yeah,
like,
just get grainy.
get grainy,
Fuck
bro.
off. Just get fucking grainy.
Yeah, I'm not trying already. Like, come on.
I think the chat's got mixed reviews here.
I think the chat's saying
Rami?
I think they're saying Kai.
Kai's better, they're saying. Some people say Hadi.
Yeah, it's a mix. It's a mix.
There's a lot of Kai.
I think there's a lot of Kai. All right, I win. So Kai's better than Hadi. Okay, so who were we talking about just now? You said Rami. Oh, you said we said Hadi. Okay, there's two spots left.
Do Rami.
I did Rami.
Rami.
Yeah.
Okay,
Rami's
so I went to
in.
the piss,
Rami.
sorry, yeah.
Rami's in.
Somebody keeps saying Sean Ray. Sean Ray would look like a child next to fucking.
It could maybe
I
be a
agree.
top 5 to 12.
Okay. Anybody in the chat who can name someone better than Kai, please feel. Someone said Cedric is better than Kai. Cedric is another one like the Samson. Cedric did beat Kai once, but I don't think that was the best Kai.
I feel like they're very on par, but Kai was just more consistent. That's why he won more shows.
I feel like Kai's best was better than Cedric's best that we saw.
Yeah, just because Cedric, rest in peace, obviously. But
I know he had the muscularity that
he had the
Kai
beautiful shape and muscularity, but
He
he
was
just
so
had-
overpowered. Kai would have overpowered him in the
Kai is like a freak. You have to understand, like that guy's a ball of muscle.
Nobody's got any real.
Yeah.
Someone said Paul Dillette.
Mike Francois.
Marcus
No.
Stroll.
You know what? Those are kind of good picks. Like,
Mike,
would
Francois,
Mike,
baby.
what would Mike Francois in his prime look like next to Kai?
what about NASA?
2007.
What'd you
What's
say?
prime?
Wait, what'd you say, Antoine?
Victor Martinez, 2007. I saw that.
Who's
Victor.
Victor
Victor, yeah.
Martinez.
2007.
Ooh.
Yeah, but do you think that was hard enough to beat Kai?
Wasn't
hard
peeled enough.
that-
Yeah.
It was so clean though. That's such a clean look.
Yeah, but
What about I just thought of someone. Shit, it's just gone
Nas-
out of my
Nasser.
mind.
Nasser could be.
Oh,
Nasser,
Roden. What about Sean Roden?
I thought about Roden, but I wondered about size.
NASA, you got to put NASA in there. I'm sorry.
I think I could do Nasser. What do you guys think about Nasser?
I don't think Nasser can touch Kai.
Was too,
No,
97 Nasser.
it was too,
hard. He's hard.
Still don't think he
big.
can touch Kai.
just too soft on the back. Great shape and muscularity, but it was a little bit soft on the back because it was back then, right? Nobody was really super hard in this.
Somebody wrote Frank Zane.
Frank Zane, baby. Gustavo Miguel. Come
That's
on,
Kai's left
Gustavo.
leg.
Oh, shut up, Gustavo.
Oh, wait, that's a good one. Somebody said Lee Haney, but then you get the legs to contend with.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
not in that era. Different era. dude.
Chris Cormier is a good pick too, but he might have lost some size to him.
How about like the best Nick Walker ever that we got? Would he be?
I don't see it myself.
No,
because Kai at his best actually had a really nice physique from the front. But he
I think the
also
dominant-
but he also
I
had
think
he also had an amazing back, and that's Nick's strength.
That's what I was about to say. I think Nick's strength would have been on at least nullified by Kai.
I think
back.
Kai's back shots personally are better than Nick's back shots. Or at least they're even.
That's what I mean. They're nullified, right?
Yeah,
They're a wash.
his last spread was weird at the top. It's like his
Traps are flat.
Yeah, he doesn't have that. Like Ronnie Coleman has like the traps and then the lats. So it's like so it's like a diamond.
But do you think that's a posing issue more than it doesn't matter?
No, I don't know. I feel like he
matter.
just had genetically not the best
Traps.
shoulders themselves and traps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, does
But
that
I
mean
find some guys real open up and the traps kind of squished
Press.
like shallow down. Yeah, rather than they keep it back.
I bet Fouad thinks he'd beat Ray. Sean Ray? I'd kick his ass in a fight, but he beat me on stage.
Why are we ignoring Phil? We haven't ignored Phil.
We're not ignoring Phil. We're not ignoring Phil. He was in the first top.
Late to the dance.
He was in the very first top 5 that we posted. Okay, anyways. We got
made it in.
Right, so
He
he's
slipped in
10th.
there.
So he's 10th. Okay,
He
he's
did
10th
make it. So
then.
he is top 10. So you win.
Okay, good.
He's 10th
Once.
or 11th, depending.
Okay, what we got to do here is go to Instagram so I can get your guys
While
assessment.
you're doing that, Fouad, someone asked me about this thing in the background, so I'm just showing them. It's just a rabbit. Okay, guys?
What
It's
the
a cool
fuck
rabbit.
is that? Why do you have that?
Yeah, what is
It's just like a gaming rabbit. Someone said, "What is that in the background?" So there you go. It's a
Wait,
gaming
what's
rabbit.
a game? No, whoa. Game. What's a gaming rabbit?
It's like the mascot of a gaming company.
Oh, okay.
Right, that's all it is.
Ben thought it was something. Ben thought it was something.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Sexual. It's a toy. I
Ben
love
thought it was
being
something sexual.
Yeah, it's like, this is my rabbit. I'm like,
It's like a giant vibrator. You know, they have the rabbit ones, the little thing.
Okay. Why can't I? Where the fuck? Oh, there it is. Okay, share. Okay, guys, this is the list. And also, Antoine, I know you said you had to go after like an hour, so I don't know how long you can stay, but
I'm trying to see. One sec. Taylor, when are we leaving?
he's got to ask his wife when he's allowed to
she's
leave.
a boss.
Yeah.
hey, you don't piss off a pregnant woman.
What do you
Tell
mean?
you
Okay.
that for nothing.
I'll do 10 more minutes.
Okay, 10 more minutes it
We've
is.
got 10 minutes of.
All right,
big
we'll get your picks. Okay, this is the Texas Pro lineup. Some notables: Lewis Breed, Nathan Epler, Jordan Hutchison, Andrew Jack, Anthony Gell, Carlos, because he's a hostile athlete. So just because I said so. I don't know if there's anybody else in here that you guys see that I didn't name that you think will be a standout.
So it's Carlos that I know.
Carlos
Yeah.
Philbrick.
You know Carlos, I think.
I never knew it. The shorter and his dad is Carlos.
This guy right here.
Wait, no, that's Carlos. That's
okay.
Carlos Jr.
Oh no, you're thinking about Black Carlos. No, I'm talking about white. I'm talking about white Carlos.
This is white Carlos, not black one.
Okay, so this is a list, and then Antoine, what we do on this podcast, and actually, I think Ben and James,
We did us, didn't we?
You did.
I
yours
did mine. I did mine. So I'm interested to see what the boys say.
No, I know, but I got to tell you what happened, James. I apologize.
Did you fuck it off?
Yeah, I have to go back to the live podcast and see where you placed whoever you placed, because
Maybe I can
do you
redo
remember?
I might just redo it. Might as well.
Well, no, we're gonna do Texas right now. Okay. You
did Tampa last week.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, did I? Oh, so I haven't done tech. Okay, cool.
So this is the Texas board.
Okay, you're doing like the
Proper.
Oh.
This is AV
high-end technology right here.
Ben, James, and I'll show you the other picks just so you know kind of where everybody's at. These are everybody else's picks.
Cool.
Okay.
So which Jordan is this? Because I don't think I know.
Jordan Hutchinson.
Hutchison.
I forgot how some of these guys look.
Okay, let's take a look real quick. Let me go to.
We'll put Andrew in first and just move on.
Yeah, I can't see. I just think Andrew's just too good.
Okay, so
and off Andrew still win. I'm not being disrespectful. I really am not. But
Antoine, this is Jordan Hutchison's latest update, I think.
He looks very good.
How's the back?
He's working with Chris Tuttle.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, he's very good. He's been improving each show. So if that trend keeps up,
top 3 last week, wasn't it?
I believe so. Yeah.
I think that's I think Eugene is friends with him. My friend actually. Yep. Okay. All right.
So that's Hutchison.
Did he look small or big compared to John De La Rosa?
He's bigger than John, I think, and not necessarily muscularity wise, but like structure is bigger.
Structure's bigger.
Where the fuck am I? Oh, can I just say really quickly?
Yeah, speedy recovery, man.
Speedy recovery for Ole. I guess what was the injury? Was it his leg?
Something.
I've heard it as a quad tear. I don't know exactly what.
There was a 40 machine he used apparently.
Injury while training legs. Listen, I just hope he gets back better because he's a really, really nice guy with an amazing physique. So
I had him in that top 4 if he would have in that Olympia this year.
Yeah. No, he's got an insane physique. Anyway, where the fuck were we here? Texas Pro.
Yeah.
Who else do you want to look at? This is Lewis Breed.
Lewis is chunky.
He's thick
and gets a boy.
He's improved a lot since last year as well.
He was 5th last week in Tampa.
That's a lot of muscle.
Yeah. He just a little bit structurally. He's got
just a little bit wide in the.
But he's improved because
how's the back?
His proportions have got better. He's put a lot of tissue up across his shoulders and chest, and then his midsection is a little tighter also than it was last year.
His back looked pretty good at last show.
Trying to find a back shot for you, Antoine. There we go.
How thick that is.
Fucking thick he is.
It's a lot of muscle, isn't it?
Yeah. A lot of muscle in it.
It's a lot of muscle in it.
Antoine, don't you love how they say that? I wish I could just throw that in there every time I said something.
Ain't
In
it?
it. In
I
it.
need that.
Dense.
I need that kind of muscle, man. That's a big muscle.
Don't we
Okay.
all, James?
Who else do you want to take a look at, Antoine? Let's
Well, look at the top five that you guys like. chose.
Anthony, I think we should look at.
Anthony
He's
Gel.
Yeah,
He's
man.
he's a newbie, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
He's working with
He's young.
Stefan, isn't he? Yeah.
He's only young as well.
Everyone's working with Stefan.
Yeah.
It's true. He's like 26. He's got 23 in charms.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's got nice symmetry. Like he's
Big guns.
he's pretty balanced.
James, didn't you guest post with this kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Spain.
I tried to hold my own.
a vacuum.
You held your own, James.
I tried.
Look at the fucking
Didn't have those
ribcage.
biceps though.
The
I
rib
find
cage on this kid.
sometimes it's not because you can do a vacuum that you should do it.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I would love to see like just obliques in and like flex abs.
Crunch down.
But I think in his case,
crunched
Antoine,
down, but crunched up, you know.
I think in his case though,
What,
Antoine,
stacked abs, like abdominals?
his obliques, like his waist itself isn't necessarily small, so I think the vacuum helps him a bit.
But my vacuum makes my waist larger to this.
Yeah, but like look at it's kind of like distended.
Yeah, it comes
there.
out like the oblique rise. It's just when you put a vacuum, it comes out. It's hot. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He's good though. Very good physique. He's like really good, especially for his age, 27 years old.
Okay, there's that guy, Anthony. We'll go back up here, and then we got Epler. We'll take a look at who's
Really
always
nice.
always peeled, crazy physique. Is
Had a lot of tissue.
if he just had a little bit more thickness to him, he would probably win this. Well, maybe not win, but he would be second for sure. To
He's
Andrew.
midsections.
I think Lewis
midsection, lower
Breed's
back.
going to do really well at the show. I think he could be as high as second.
I mean, he might be second anyway. Yeah, I'm not saying, but I just mean like if he had more muscle, he would be like. I said this to somebody else on the bro chat. I said, if he had this level of thickness with this level of condition, he would be dangerous.
Yeah.
It's just he's slowly putting it on, right? I think once he gets there, he's going to be fucking dangerous because he's got good muscle.
Comes in
bellies.
sharp as well. Comes in really nice and crisp.
Yeah. So that's Nathan Epler, Antoine, if you didn't know.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
Beautiful shape.
Yeah.
And Jordan Hutchinson. Did you show him?
I think we looked at everybody else in the top five. Yeah.
Then we think, top five. Oh, Nathan Styles is doing it from the UK. He's a big boy. He doesn't have the best structure, but fuck me, he's got a lot of muscle, especially in the lower body.
And he
like
gets
those quads.
Look at the fucking condition too. Yeah.
Look at the glute. So, but he's a tall guy as well. He's like 6 foot.
But if his upper body matches the density of his lower, then
be freaky, wouldn't it?
Forget it. Yeah.
The legs are nuts and the glutes are nuts.
Well, is there Andrew we can look at for fun?
I don't think
Andrew's got no updates. Andrew's got no updates because he's been playing it sneaky.
Really?
I don't know why he's being sneaky. He's just gonna fucking walk through everybody.
He's doing
Shadow.
Yeah. He's literally not posted. I saw him there. I was with him in the gym that day, and he did look crazy.
So Andrew first.
One second. Let me go back to the other sheet here. Okay. Andrew
first.
One second. I'm just gonna put this all for all of you because
we're all just like, Andrew first.
Okay, who's second?
So you guys put Jordan. What's the guy with the crazy muscle, but like doesn't have the best structure?
Lewis. I think Lewis is second.
Put Lewis second. I'm gonna
agree.
get that.
Okay.
I agree.
Jordan third. It was that the
Nathan Epler?
Epler and then Anthony.
So it's those two in it. You're probably gonna toss up between.
So the aesthetic guy that we just saw is this
That's
Jordan?
Epler. Nathan. Yeah.
Fourth.
It's Nathan Epler. That's fourth.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Anthony, the guy that's working with Stefan, you want to put him in fifth?
Yes.
Okay. We can't repeat that.
I've literally got the same. I've literally got the same
fucking. I got the same rundown too.
My calls are the same as that, man.
I'll switch just to appease Fouad and.
No, you don't have to do that. Let's just pick a sixth.
Six. So
show me the lineup again.
Here, I'm going to show you right now. One sec.
This is the tiebreaker one then.
Oh, this might be. Yeah, this is where we'll probably
okay. I got to pull someone out of left field here then. Yi Shang Qiang.
This guy? Why? Because you're fucking Asian.
Like. I have no idea what he's from China. Represent. Go on, boy.
Represent, bro. Homeboy.
It's because you're fucking Asian. That's why you're being racist.
Absolutely.
Okay. Antoine?
I'm gonna put Dorian Haywood.
Okay.
Maybe.
It's funny, Antoine. I was going to say Dorian as well because he's very consistent.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you want, James? Haywood?
Yeah, I'll say Haywood. I think he's pretty consistent and got a good physique.
James.
Okay. Then you and James have to. You and Antoine.
Who's this Polish? Who's this Polish cat?
James and Antoine. You have to pick a seventh.
Okay. Can I see what Mariusz Tomczyk look like?
Who? This guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Polish guy. I want to see who he
I
looks like.
see him. Maybe he's a dark horse.
Wait, I did something wrong here. How do you spell his name?
Good luck.
Tomcz.
What is he? Mariusz? What is he?
CZ UK. CZ UK.
There he is.
That top one there. Oh, he looks all right.
Oh, okay. Put that guy in place.
He's good. Antoine found a dark horse.
Yeah, I found a dark horse. Put him there.
Okay, let's see here.
Bobby Yang for Ben.
I'm
Bobby
going to
Yang.
say
Yeah,
something as well
for-
because looking at chat. I know Jordan beat Lewis in Tampa last week, but I also feel that shows are determined by whoever's winning. And Antoine, I'm talking to Antoine. I feel like every show is judged differently depending on who's leading from the front. And I think this show muscularity is going to play a big part.
Yeah, but you know what? That's
You think that's
That's-
bullshit, but I think that's true.
I didn't say it's bullshit. I just think if they both come in the same, and Jordan beat him last week, how can
I feel like it's perspective, and Andrew changes that perspective of them.
I think Jordan will be off. He's gonna overcarb on cookies or something.
Yeah, but
think-
hold on,
Jordan's
hold
gonna
on a minute.
overcome.
Hold on a minute. The Andrew thing helps Jordan, doesn't help Lewis.
No, but they can either look at Andrew for his aesthetics, or they can look at him for his muscularity.
They're gonna look at him because his physique is beautiful.
We'll see.
And then Lewis will be standing next to him, and he's like,
Yeah, but they might be like Lewis is only the one with the amount of muscle to hang with Andrew.
Yeah, but hang on. We had the same argument after the 22 Arnold. We were like, well, Andrew and Samson and then Nick, and they split the difference.
do you
I think muscularity.
We were saying if Nick was either going to win and Samson and Andrew came second and third, then we were like, there was no way they were going to put Nick in between those two aesthetic bodybuilders, and they did.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. Yeah,
that's kind of different.
It's exactly the same. It's
No,
exactly the same.
Nick is not Lewis Breed.
Kind of is.
He's hard, grainy, dense, and doesn't have the pretty structure that the other two have. It's
Huge
exactly
and
the
muscular. Freak.
Guys, you just lumped like 1,000 bodybuilders into one group and said they all look the same because they don't have beautiful structure.
They're both white and big,
That's it. Yeah.
dense and hard and grainy.
and they've got veins.
Cody Mercado says, thanks for the entertainment over the years. Got me through some long commutes. Much love from Wisconsin.
All right, Antoine's got a bounce.
I got to
Yeah.
bounce, guys.
Sorry in the chat.
Antoine, thank you for
Yeah.
coming on, brother. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good to see you, bro.
Where before you go, where can people find you now? Jack Factory.
Jack
Where-
Factory. I got
Where else?
Yeah, it's Code AV, obviously. And where else? Well, I got my YouTube channel. Actually, going to upload videos soon. I'm going to kick it back up. And then the Instagram, right? You guys know, like, if you just Google my name and type everything after that, you'll find whatever you're searching for.
He's got quite a rare name. You'll find him.
Go to Antoine's Instagram. You can follow him in a bunch of different places from there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also, since you're on YouTube right now, you can just search for my name and subscribe to my channel.
What
Peace and love, bro.
Support dad life.
Yeah, support that life. Hashtag.
Yeah.
okay. Is there anybody else you want to thank or promote
It's
before
not
we go?
It's not the Oscars.
My wife. David, you want to say your belly?
Beautiful
You wanna-
wife. I
you
want
wanna
to thank God.
You want to thank your wife for
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
That's a superstar.
That's amazing.
Bulking up.
Welcome up.
Beautiful.
All right,
Beautiful.
Antoine.
All right.
Go
See
have some dad life.
Well, have a good day, brother.
you. Bye-bye, you too.
All right. We are
And then there were
left-
3.
And then there were 3, and we're at 2:15. So we got a little bit of time left. If anybody in the chat wants to ask questions, we can do that. Are either one of you guys good at trivia?
No shit.
Oh.
Shit, everything. Oh no, wait. Actually, I always have an answer for the most useless bullshit. But yeah, that kind of trivia. That's a general knowledge. I'm normally all right at. But trivia, like if it's a focused topic, terrible.
Okay, 1 second. I just want to see how shit.
So James is like, he's good if you ask him the right questions. Is basically
Yeah,
what he just said.
Well, I remember I did a quiz with Jordan Peters. I went to a quiz night with him, and I got a lot of the answers right, and they were so fucking random. It was like, name a film with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock, and I was like, The Notebook, and I got it
James,
right.
who had a hit with this song, "Arms
Oh.
of Mary"?
Oh, fuck knows.
I feel like Paul would crush this.
I'm gonna guess. No.
Okay.
Oh,
I guessed. It's
oh,
okay.
you fuck. That's right.
This is a character from which play by William Shakespeare?
Oh, that's Tullius and Griselda. Chrysidia, the one above.
Oh, you fucking knew it.
He fucking guessed that.
This is a self-portrait of which painter?
Oh, that's Albrecht Dürer.
How do you know that? You totally guessed that, dude.
I'm gonna
Go
not do
fuck
this one. I want you two to. I might not. I'm proving my knowledge, so you guys go now.
What kind of computer component do you see here?
That's the computer case, mate. Come on.
I was gonna ask. I knew that one too. I was
You were gonna say power supply.
You know, complete this movie title. Close Encounters of the
Third kind.
James, you're crushing this.
He is good.
This is a catchphrase from which character US TV show? Jinkies.
Not Bart Simpson, but it's from something. What's it? Jinkies? No, actually, wait a minute. I think that is Bart Simpson.
Is that your final answer?
Thelma.
Might be wrong. Nah, I got one wrong. Fuck, my record's gone. I'm leaving.
Which of these is correct
upset.
translation of this vegetable into Spanish? The chili peppers.
Top right.
Oh,
Got it.
Is that a guess?
I went to
or is
Mexico. I went to Mexico, mate. I got it. That's easy.
This is the official
Next.
abbreviation for which element?
Which of them
Tungsten.
is actually an element? Terbium, tungsten, technetium, tellurium. I only think the bottom left is the only one that's that. Yeah.
Oh.
The others aren't real.
What is correct term
That's
for a resident of this country or territory? Finland. Is a
Um,
Finlander.
Finlander. No,
Ah.
Finn.
In which city was this person assassinated?
Right here.
Was it Dallas? Yeah.
Oh shit! I even took my old man to that one.
You were thinking about John. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, John F. Kennedy. Yeah.
All right. Let's see what's in
I
the
actually
chat.
went to that. That was where they shot him.
Any questions in here? Let me see real quick. What would you say to your wives? What would you say your wives are most proud of you for? James, what's your wife most proud of you for?
You got wife.
I feel like she hates me most of the time, so I don't know.
I feel like that too.
Same, bro. I feel like
that
I'm
weird?
useless. You make me feel like I might as well not fucking be
Ben,
with
do you feel like that too?
You feel appreciated,
90% of the time, and then I'll get I get like the scowl a lot.
Yeah.
I don't
like,
get
you
a
fucking idiot.
I don't get a scowl. I'm just like most of the time.
Appreciated.
Most of the time, I'm like, why are you even here? It's like
I feel like my wife looks at me like shit would go a lot smoother if you weren't here.
Yeah.
Like
No,
I'm tidying up. Like I've got my wife is like she's got 3 boys. There's the 2 kids, and then there's me that she's looking after.
I don't hate
Yeah.
you.
No, what we're saying though, we're just saying like, yeah, he just got it right. We feel like no matter what we do, we're never good enough. It's always going to be, oh, you could have done it your way.
Right.
Fucking
Should have done it her way.
That's actually
Should
the
have done it
best.
her way.
That's actually, yeah, that's the best way to put it. Because when I think of what my wife wants, she just wants me to do whatever she says.
Yeah.
And I'm very stubborn, so I won't do anything she says.
Being a man's not easy when you're in a relationship.
Dude, you know what's funny? I hate to say this because like there's a lot of this shit going around on social media, but like being a man's not fucking easy, man.
No,
It's like
the expectation.
It's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure.
A lot
A lot of pressure.
No, you got to literally take care of everything, and you get very little reward.
Well, because that's the standard. You were supposed to do that.
Yeah.
No, you don't get a pat on the back. You're like, yeah, well, good. You were supposed to take the trash out.
But how come the wives don't have like the stuff they're supposed to do?
I don't know. But you open a door for your missus these
Like
days.
the
They just walk
blowjob.
through it. They don't even say thank you.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
That's not true. If I open the car door, we talked about this on the last podcast. If I open the car door, she's very thankful because I never do that.
I don't ever do the car door. I won't lie.
Yeah, I know you did.
I
know you
I
did.
don't think I've ever done the car door. That's what I'm doing, the wrong fucking door. Shit. House
Ben-
tour doesn't count.
Ben, have you ever done the car door?
I have done it. It's not a regular occurrence.
No, I I was on with John De La
I might
Rosa.
sway around the other side. I'm not going around there.
Listen, I was on with John De La Rosa and Seth and Ian. And John,
I feel like John opens the
Oh, John
door.
goes.
I know John
John's
does.
like the perfect
John's
husband.
gonna run around
every
the door
single time.
like this. Yeah, there's no way he does.
And
John's
then
like the perfect man.
And then when I tried to make fun of him, he said, "It's not a lot to do for someone you care about."
He's
And then
always got a good answer. He's such a fucking perfect man. John, fuck you, man.
Never bring your wife around John and Taylor.
No,
like, fuck you, man. You made me look like shit.
I told him that. I said, "Dude, you're fucking ruining it for all of us right now. Like, what do you?"
Shit,
Yeah,
he's making the level, like the expectancy of us high.
I like hanging out with you and Summer because I'm like, sweet, see, I'm like, I'm fucking pretty good. You got it good. Don't complain.
That's why I like Yannicka working at the gym, because when I'm in there, people see how she treats me, and then they realize I'm putting up with a lot, so they respect me. They're like, James, you're a warrior.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers, guys. Thanks.
This guy asked, "Have you ever had?" Fuck you, AJ. I didn't read it, so you didn't win. He asked me if I ever had suck on D's cuisine. You almost got me, AJ. Like this fucking close. James, have you ever had suck on D's?
I'm not a fool.
I almost fell for it.
See, I watched Michael Bisping's podcast, and they get him every fucking time.
Who?
He reads it out. Michael
Bisping.
Bisping, UFC fighter.
Yeah.
They get him every fucking time.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that. 2 Brits, 1 Arab is my favorite podcast of all. Greens from Argentina. 2 Brits, 1 Arab. I love that.
What can I? Where the fuck am I looking here? Are testosterone boosters even worth it at all?
No, fuck them. They're shit.
You're to the wrong crowd, mate.
They're bollocks, mate. They're a load of tosh. Come on, be honest. That's why you don't sell one, do you, Fouad? You ain't got one.
No. That's not what I was. That's not what I was going to say. It. Paul was telling me that he started taking what the fuck
Tribulus.
is it?
Trib.
No. Remember Tribulus from back in the day? You'd like bridge between cycles. You'd be doing like 1,000 milligrams of test, and you're like, I'm gonna take some Tribulus. Yeah, I'm gonna take some Tribulus for fucking 6 weeks and then go back.
Yeah.
I do like DHA and pregnenolone. I think you.
No, Paul was telling me about boron.
Boron's actually meant to be good.
Increases free testosterone.
Yeah, so he was taking boron. He said he actually noticed a difference in like.
It's kind of like the natty proviron.
Yeah, I guess. So anyway, just so whoever's asking here, Colton is asking about test boosters. I personally don't fuck with them. I don't even think we're gonna ever release one. I don't know though, but Paul says boron seems to have some promising effects.
There's definitely a boron product coming out, guys. Keep an eye out.
Dante Trudel did a big push on boron a while back, like a few years ago. I remember.
I mean, take them.
I mean, look, if we can find an actual product that does boost testosterone naturally in some way, then I'll release one. But until I find one, I'm not fucking.
If we do, you should still take testosterone.
Yeah, you just do both. Yeah,
this is the bridge. It's purely a bridging supplement. Okay, guys, you take it between cycles.
Let's see here. On yesterday's podcast about opening doors, what do you do if? Oh, this is where you got that from, James. Sorry. What do you do if it's 100 degrees outside? Do you open it and leave her in the car while you walk around? No, I pre-start the car. Like I'll remote start the car. The air conditioning's on. So the air conditioner's already running. Before
I do that, and then I tell Denise we need to move because it's too hot here.
Yeah, dude, Texas is brutal, man.
It's 105 out here.
Yeah, that's not including humidity. Like fuck that place.
That place, fuck it.
Yeah, but it's so good for training.
Right now, I am all about fuck this place.
I love it. I love training in that warmth, though. The joints feel so good.
Do you know? So I was actually real quick. I'll touch on this.
No, go ahead.
When I trained in my gym, you both were training in my hot box.
Yeah.
The danger with that is you get in there and you're so hot, you trick yourself that you're warm enough, and you kind of get into your working sets a bit too quick. I used to like being a bit cold. Like when I used to train muscle work, you'd be cold and you'd be like, oh, I've got to do a few more sets. And you really get going. I prefer that. I feel like I was trying to rush in and out of the gym. So, yeah. Anyway.
I hear that.
What the fuck is this? Why does it feel better when I work out with wrist and ankle weights? That's fucking.
What workout are you doing? Sounds like you're doing some aerobics, baby.
Yeah, there's a girl. Is that a girl? Ask that.
It's not a girl.
Doing cartwheels with them on.
Don't do that anymore. Just lift weights properly.
Hold them in your hands.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Best way to lower blood pressure, aside from taking medication, talking to your doctor.
Cardio.
Ben or James, do you want to answer?
I have two things. Low hanging fruit. Carditone.
Oh, you said that before.
The supplement and a CPAP machine.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can I just parse these out a bit? Carditone, is that a SARM or no?
No.
It's just a regular supplement?
Yeah, you can get on like Amazon and
Carditone, isn't that W something 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 something?
No, it's Cardarine.
Oh, that's what difference. That's where me and Fouad were getting confused, I think.
Yeah.
Carditone.
Carditone.
1 second, Ben. I'm just looking it up so I can show people.
Yeah.
I've never heard of Carditone, I don't think.
I think Ben's mentioned it before on the podcast.
Mm.
This is Carditone. Yeah, I think Ben, you've mentioned this. I think I might have got this actually. When you told me
what's this main component, like its ingredient? What is it?
Oh, you have to.
It's
like an Indian
special herb.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna try and misquote the name of it.
It's one of the 11 spices they put on KFC. So just eat KFC and your blood pressure will be great.
What's good? Carditone's good for supports the maintenance of blood pressure already within normal range and delivers heart healthy micronutrients and phytochemicals. What are the side effects? Gastrointestinal disturbances like vomiting, nausea, and abdominal pain. It doesn't really have. Let me just see here. Carditone main ingredients.
Yeah, let's see if it's I wonder if it's a few or just one. Strandonized extracts of that one.
Yep. Serpentina.
There's
tribulus in there, but
the trib's in there. Yes. Gonna be smashing the weights and your bird.
And then the second one was a CPAP.
Yeah,
CPAPs help a lot.
I've seen that consistently lower fasted blood glucose and blood pressure.
Yeah, I was gonna say it does blood glucose as well.
You know the problem is I just can't do it. I've tried so many times.
You know the backup for that, because also a lot of it's expensive and people can't get it prescribed or whatever. The mouth tape with a nose strip
it's pretty good.
Oh, it works similarly.
Works similarly.
I'll try the nose. I'll try the nose strip.
No, it's the mouth.
I can't do
the mouth. It's the mouth
because nasal breathing is the most important bit. Yeah,
that's the kicker. You have to. You can't lay there with your tongue hanging out.
Well, you could just lose weight, get off steroids. If people wanted a
what? Fuck's this podcast gone through? Shit, man.
Well, you guys haven't been here for a while. I've gone soft. That's okay. No, but what you really okay? Can we just be honest for a second though? Your blood pressure is high because there's a root reason. Like you're either taking way too much fucking gear, or you're eating way too much food, or you're too heavy, or all of the above. So like, it's probably best to try and find the root of the fucking problem. Like
but those roots typically are normally, unfortunately, if you're pushing for a super heavyweight bodybuilder, it's like, what fucking choice do you have?
But
if James comes to you and it's like, hey man, I'm getting ready for the Arnold. You know, what do I do here? You'll be like, well, you should lose some weight.
Just drop 70 pounds.
Reconsider your life choices.
Like, no,
I guess you're right. I mean, we have to find ways to mitigate it while we do what we love. But I think interval intense cardio is a big one. I think that's a good way to lower blood pressure too. I think eating cleaner foods and not binging and not eating
not being on Deliveroo every day like me.
Yeah. Like,
what we gonna eat tonight, boys? What should I order?
Managing your E2, managing how much water retention you have. Yeah. There's a laundry list of like low hanging fruit.
Avoid the anadrol.
Ben, what's E2 for people watching? It's an estrogen, but what is it?
Estradiol.
Okay.
Estradiol.
Okay, let's go on. Had a discussion with my friend. What the fuck? It just skipped over. I was just going to ask the question. Oh, there's so many here. Let's burn through these a little bit. I see if I can find this where I was though. Why doesn't James compete more or want to see him on stage more often?
I would love to compete more. I just, you know what? It's just as simple as I just get to the point where I've done a couple of shows and I'm like, fuck this. It's like, there's no real.
Dude, you got a lot going on in your life. People don't understand. It's not easy to compete when you have.
Yeah, there is a lot going on.
You know, it's funny. Someone said to me, do you wish you started HOSSTILE when you were in your prime? And I'm like, there's no fucking way.
No, you couldn't have done it.
There's no way, because I people, I don't know, it's weird. You know, when you look at bodybuilding on paper, it's like, well, why can't you do it? You're training for an hour and you're eating every 2 or 3 hours. Why can't you? Yeah, your brain is fucked. It's
Yeah,
like
and also it's like anything that detracts you from that being able to dial in mentally, you feel like there's no point competing because you don't think you're going to be your best. So you're constantly trying to make your life as seamless as possible to even get on stage.
right.
When you're at a level that's a professional level that we've experienced, more eyes are on you, so you want to deliver. When you're an amateur, it's easy because there's like 5 eyes on you. When you're a pro, you're like, fuck.
I got
Pressure,
a
there's
second
pressure.
question. I want to change that question to James as well, and maybe he won't ever know. If social media didn't exist, would you have competed more by now?
Yeah, because I'd have less opinions on the backlash of the shows. It would all be
Right,
about
yeah.
my own feelings towards my physique. So I found it easier to compete as an amateur because there was less voices.
There's less pressure. Pressure
Yeah,
is what you're
and
really
there was
talking
no
about.
and yeah, and you do the show
And expectation, you know.
Yeah.
Because like
and from an and also from a position where it's so easy to talk yourself out of competition, because I also look at other people sometimes with such high level of appreciation and respect that sometimes I put myself down. And that's, I'm exposed to it because I let myself be. So it's my choice. Like I look at some of these bodybuilders like the Andrews and guys like that, and they're incredible. So it's almost impossible to not feel like I'm not of a certain standard. So why should I bother? Sometimes that's just the truth.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
I had that.
Right? That's a shame.
That was my biggest problem with the Olympias.
Yeah.
Like I would qualify for the Olympia and then not go. And part of the reason was because I didn't have the confidence to be like, I can stand up there with them.
It's like that sometimes. And that's just being human. And anyone that says they never feel that, there's people that'll say they never felt that. It's bullshit. They don't project it. They're just good at holding it in and hiding it. But there is,
Did you
I
watch?
don't think anyone doesn't feel that.
Did you watch and pay attention to the Olympics you didn't do? Or did you just go fuck them? Like,
I don't really
pay
pay attention to them. I'm like you. I don't really pay attention.
I paid attention. I would watch the show and think, where would I have been? Right? Like,
how did that feel? How did that feel internally? Were you like,
you don't feel it when you're
like,
going
what was
through it. That's why I try,
No.
like when I'm on here with you guys and we're talking about your primes, that's why I try and instill some old guy mentality, because all of the stuff I'm feeling now, I didn't feel when I was 35. Like you become very enlightened about your career after it no longer exists.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that. Maybe it didn't matter if I didn't win this. Maybe it mattered if maybe, you know, like you just start kind of like playing this game. And at the end of the day, you have to be proud of what you did, or else you drive yourself fucking batshit. But it's still nice to sit through the exercise and go, what did I do that I didn't like? And how do I change that for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Because
I already got that going on and I'm still fucking thinking it's weird.
Yeah, but James, it's funny. I had it going on at your age too, but when you fully get out, then you have a very clear picture of what it really was.
I sometimes feel like gaining perspective in bodybuilding when you're in the moment is a negative.
It is.
I think so.
Yeah.
Ignorance is the best thing when you're an athlete.
100%.
Yeah, like when you're 25 and you just
no, you have to be fucking crazy and delusional to a certain degree.
That's the biggest challenge I find as you get older. You just start to have more
awareness,
just awareness of everything, and you almost don't want to shut off to it because you don't want to shut off it because you don't want to limit yourself, but at the same time, when you're just tunnel vision and you don't have all these thoughts, it's so much easier to move forward and progress because nothing's distracting you, is it?
Well, I'll tell you the exact contrast. In your 20s, even if you lose a show, you're so brash and like uncaring about the world that you lose a show and you just come back the next year and try and do it again. You don't give a fuck. I think when you hit like your mid 30s, or you start to kind of like, how many shows have I lost?
Yeah.
How many shows am I going to win? You start to really like dissect what your career is. And I think that's what changes your thinking. Because when you're in your 20s, you're still full of this, like, this promise of who you could be.
Yeah.
And then when you get into your mid 30s, you're like, okay, where is it? Because
I also think that comes from what we were discussing earlier. You experience things like the loss of people you care about and stuff. You start to count down rather than count up. It's really weird. Like before, you feel like you got forever left, before you
Yep.
experience these things. So you're
It's
like,
time,
I
right?
keep going. Yeah, you like your concept of time is so different once you lose someone you care about. And you
Yeah.
boys
Look,
know
when I
that.
was when I was 15, I didn't care because I was like, by the time I'm 30, I'm gonna have maybe a couple of houses, and I'll have my cars, and I'll have this and this. Like, it'll be sweet. But 30 is so far away. I mean, you get to 30, you're like, wow.
Hey, I
fuck.
gotta, sorry guys, I gotta ask you this. It's
Mm.
pressing. It's on my mind. Have you guys, and I don't know if I think I asked you last week, James. I don't remember what your answer was. Oh no, I did ask you, Ben. I haven't asked you. Have you ever been caught wanking it
By my cat.
by your cat? That doesn't count.
Yeah,
Cats
it made
don't
me
wake
real. And you know that I was like, I closed the door. I was like, fuck.
So
stop watching it.
your wife has never walked in on you fucking giving it a tug.
No.
Why?
Legit, no.
Hmm.
What do you mean? Why?
Is it because you're ashamed to get caught? You do a really good job of hiding it? I need to.
No, it's just-
I'm gonna
I'm just
change.
not-
I'm gonna change the world. I want men to
I
feel less embarrassed to jerk off.
No,
no,
you're
I'm not
embarrassed. I
embarrassed.
just can't be asked to wank. I told you. Like, I'm
Yeah,
like,
Yeah,
I
yo,
don't want. I don't, or I know where. Like the thing is, the only times is when she goes to town, and town's like an hour away. I got fucking time.
Yeah,
I
but
got
wait a
plenty of time.
But
I'm
wait a
good.
minute. But wait a minute.
And
So, yeah.
and I got I got the app, so I know where the fucking car is.
But that means you're trying to hide. You're like, I know where she is. I got 20 minutes.
I'm not trying to hide. It's just like easy. I'm like, she's just why do I want her to know? Or why do I
Because-
need her to know?
Because this is my philosophy. Because the guys were busting on me on bro chat. Because I like getting caught.
yeah, but you like that's like I like.
No,
Wait,
no,
well,
let me-
no, I know why. Because you're hoping she goes, "Ooh, let me finish you off for you."
let me rephrase. I don't like getting caught. I just think it's wrong to have to hide it. Like I don't like the guys were talking about when they jerk off, they go to the washroom and fucking jerk off, or they go downstairs and jerk off. I'm like,
Okay, so what do you do?
if
Someone
I'm
walks
jerking
do
off
you
in my
carry
bed.
on, or do you like pull it over?
Dude,
Or what
if
do you
I
do?
want to jerk off, I'm going to my
You just
bed.
like,
I'm gonna, yeah, no, well, I don't look like that when I'm jerking
but
off.
when you start wanking, is it are you turned on by the thought that she could come through the door?
No, I'm just wanking, and if she comes in, I'm not stopping.
Okay.
She's like, "Oh,
'Cause-
I caught you. Let me help you."
Yeah, Ben. I've got this thing like where I really
Never
like to have
happened.
sex just before I leave. I have to go somewhere. You know, when you're meant to be somewhere like in 5 minutes. I love to have sex there and then. That's me.
No,
That's-
we've talked about this before. You're fucked that way.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I've got this thing where the pressure makes me just like really horny, and I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, but the crazy
Yeah,
thing
that's a weird
is
thing.
you need a wife that will
Put up with that.
play along with that.
Yeah.
I'm quite lucky enough.
Oh,
Because
there you
like you could be in the
Got one.
subway,
He's got that.
you could be in the subway and be like, I want to fuck, and your wife's like, all right, cool.
Mate, you'd be in an elevator kind of thing, and it's like it's going to take 30 seconds to get down. Can I quickly pump one out? 30 seconds.
You've never done that in an elevator.
No, because there's no elevators here, but I would.
You would?
Yeah, that'd be well cool. I'd love that.
Would she be game for that?
I think any woman would be.
No. You mean you mean with
No,
you?
Fine looking man.
Oh no, probably wouldn't be.
I've done that, but she had to get somewhere. I didn't have to be anywhere. And I was trying to delay her. I was like, "Oh, you come here." And she was like, "No, I've come late." I'm like, "Yeah."
But it's still good. I love that. That's fun.
What?
Yeah,
What
but I
is?
don't like being late. So it pissed me off.
Yeah, but if it was you being late, yeah, but you don't mind if it's making them late.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
wait.
fuck, she's late. I don't care.
What are you talking about?
He's saying that he did it once, but it was his partner that had to be somewhere, not him. So
I
it
didn't
really
have to
affect him.
leave. They were in a rush. So
Do you know-
they were rushing out to get ready, and she looked fit. So I was like, "Sweet, come here."
Guys, when in my early, like in my 20s, do you know how many, or maybe teens even, do you know how many times I was late for something because
you
I
were too
had to
busy.
have sex?
Yeah.
That's how bad I was. Like I was like, we got to be here in like 15 minutes. I'm like, it's okay. I don't care. And then we would be
Yeah.
like 20
But
minutes late.
that is a young man's game, though.
I've gone back to that mentally for some reason. I think
Somebody
I'm
asked
de-aging.
how many times I got caught this week. None so far, but I'm trying.
Wait, what do you mean you're trying? How do you fail at that?
Well, I mean, I could go.
Fucking easy.
I mean, I could go in her office and just take out my dick and start jerking off.
Just outside her office window like this.
Gotta wire sort of hello, Mr. President. Like if you just walk in there and just like
Am I?
the White House.
Am I retarded if I don't know how to use dumbbells for pressing movements after I've been using machines for months?
Yeah, you're quite special. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, no, but wait a minute.
No, come on.
it does take. But hold on, I'm just saying, like,
This,
no. But I'm just gonna make a little like a observation. Doesn't it take you guys a couple weeks to get back in a groove of dumbbell pressing if you haven't been doing it for months? Just the movement pattern.
but this guy's making it sound like he can't function with a pair of dumbbells in his hand.
Get a retard.
Like, it just goes,
Full retard.
just switches off as soon as he touches the dumbbell.
He forgot.
Sort it out. We need your dumbbell pressing.
Does Ben recommend the DHEA and Pregno for TRT?
Yeah.
Pregno works a treat, doesn't it?
Pregnenolone, yeah. They're bioidenticals. They're good for, like, that's where you'll really bridge the gap in how you feel mentally.
You'll have a lot of Pregno leaves you with a lot of stuff in your ball bags, doesn't it?
Hey, this is Anton, the fucking 21-year-old phenom, classic bodybuilder.
Oh, he's down in Houston at the minute, isn't he? He was down training with Hunter. He was telling me.
Good to have you in the chat, Anton. Thanks for watching the show, brother. Question. He says, question for Ben. What is Hunter cooking up this year?
Downstairs. He's cooking chicken and rice.
No, I don't think he means
right
that.
now, literally.
I don't think he means literally. Everybody is pretty. Everybody's kind of anticipating Hunter's
return
look on the Olympia stage or in Italy because looks like he's made so much progress.
Big, I mean, John and I just posed him about 30 minutes before I got on here. He's fasted. He's looking good. We actually just stepped on the gas because we're pushing for him to be in shape now for Italy. So he's in a good position.
Hunter, answer if this is. You can let me know if this is right or wrong. But Hunter seems like he's in a different headspace. Like he seems very, very focused.
So he got in late last night, and we were chatting. He's like, man, I don't really feel the gut thing last year was all over the place, and I was really throwing him for a loop.
Well, wait a minute before you skip over that. You said the gut thing. Just summarize it really quickly because I don't think people know he had a gut thing.
Yeah, like SIBO, parasites, overgrowth. I mean, just
that was before the Olympia.
So we kind of suspected it right around kind of 4 weeks out with all these labs, and actually his estrogen was sky high and actually then doubled. And we were doing all the normal. I mean, we're not idiots. We were doing what we need to do, but actually, as we were coming into the Olympia week, it was double. Like his estrogen was actually recirculating back through the gut because the way the body detoxifies estrogen, one through the liver and then also through the gut, and his gut wasn't detoxifying it, so it was actually just accumulating more so than detoxifying. So. I mean, he won't mind me quoting these numbers just to put it in perspective for you guys. We were battling like on the Monday, we got his lab work back. So 10 days out from the Olympia, get it pulled. 5 days out, we actually got the results, and he was at 230 for his estrogen.
What's normal?
I mean, at that point, you're probably going to want the estrogen in the low single, like in maybe
single digits.
Yeah, I mean, off season, you maybe want it at like between 30 and 50, maybe.
Yeah.
And he's up at like 230.
So this year he's not dealing with any of that. He's golden. No. Everything's running.
And I just posed him there. I haven't seen him in about 5 weeks in person. Midsection is super tight. Like,
okay, let me ask you this, Ben, and I know you're going to be biased because you're his coach, but do you think he can beat Andrew if they both make it to the Olympia?
Yes. I think he beat Andrew at finals last year, and I know he beat him in Texas in the first 2 rounds of posing. I knew that by my eye, and I got confirmed it by Tyler.
Yeah.
Backstage in person and multiple, but
he won.
That were in there.
Yeah, he won prejudging at the show last year. Yeah.
Well, no, he didn't win prejudging.
Not win
the first
prejudging.
2 rounds at prejudging, and then at the 3rd round, the only reason he lost prejudging was because his composure broke.
He faded, yeah.
He faded, like he couldn't hold his poses.
Right.
So yes, I mean, Andrew's beautiful to look at. Don't get me wrong. I feel. I mean, let's see. I'll see Hunter.
But then again,
Andrew.
but then
I'll
again,
see Andrew's progress on Saturday.
I was just going to say, Andrew's also made some progress too. So
I expected, because here's the thing: Andrew hasn't really taken this much of an extended off season before.
Right.
He's done like I feel like him going into the Arnold was a mistake. I wanted him to see him as a bodybuilding fan, not as Hunter's coach. I wanted to see him take a long off season and make that progress, especially in his arms and the back. So I hope he's done that. I know we've done that.
I actually I don't want to. I'm not trying to offend you, Ben.
Yeah.
James, I don't know how you feel, but I'm, and I don't know where Hunter's going to be, so I'm just going to leave that out. But if I'm going to predict that Andrew makes it into the top 5 this year.
Oh, no doubt. I have that in my mind anyway. I
Well,
think Andrew's phenomenal.
I feel like Brandon may come out of this,
Yeah.
out of that top bracket.
Brandon, I think Brandon's in that place where everybody's kind of waiting for age to catch up to him. We don't know what year that's going to be.
Sure. Yeah.
Some people think it's going to be this year. Some people thought it was last year. But last year, the age wasn't what held him back. He was a little off. He wasn't small.
No, sure. But here's the thing. I think we've seen his best. I don't see progress coming from him.
Yeah.
And I see the other guys that are around him
They're catching
either
up. Yeah.
catching him up or they're putting away. So the guys that are in front of him are making improvements.
I could agree. I could agree with that.
So it's no slight on Brandon. That just is what it is.
Mm.
I see pretty substantial improvements in Hunter. And for where he's at, the timing of things, the pacing of things, how he's fatigued, I feel confident. Yeah, and without being biased, and I for sure think he's going to be compared strongly next to Andrew, no matter what stage he stood on. And I think he's going to be close no matter what. It's fine margins at this level. Like, it's not a wash at any stretch. So
I agree.
and we're gonna lose some poses, and I feel like we're gonna still beat him from the back. I'd like to see how much his back has come up, but I know Hunter's back double is now even like it's getting better and better. I mean, you've seen it on the.
I think when I think of where Hunter beats Andrew, I'm more partial to say the side poses and the back shots.
Yes. Yeah.
James?
I think there's very few people that are going to beat Andrew from the front.
No, I know that. I'm talking about side and back. James, do you think Hunter can win the side shots against Andrew?
Yeah, I actually do, because I think Hunter could. I'm not a massive fan of how Andrew holds his side poses.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of where
So
I'm
I think it can hurt him a little bit because it doesn't seem to sit on that leg, and I think the side chest is too old school. Not enough on display. It's almost too side on and arm too far back. It's very Flex Wheeler 1993, which is lovely, and it does look great, but I think it doesn't show the muscularity.
Thickness. Yeah.
I
think from the back, they both had to come up, so it's going to be a waiting game to see who brought their backs up more, kind of thing. Ben, I'm looking at a photo of Hunter's side tricep, which looks fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, he's got a very good side tricep.
That's this morning, fasted, and it's crazy good.
All right,
I mean, Can I put that on there?
I don't care. Yeah,
it's the muscularity. Like, that's so much. People don't realize how much muscle Hunter has.
For perspective, that's 266.
Yeah, he's very, very good. He's very,
freaky,
very good. Okay, let's go on to some of these. How do you get back on track after a binging phase? My answer would be whatever the fuck your program was, just get right back to it. Because I tried the whole take some food away the next day and try and catch up, and all it does is make the yo-yo even worse.
Yeah. Don't penalize, don't punish, just go back in.
Definitely don't go, oh, I've starved myself for a day or any shit. Yeah, just go back to your baseline and crack on.
Is there an age limit when you stop wanking it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think probably like 70. It just doesn't work no matter how much you want it.
I think there's probably a limit. There's probably an age where you don't feel like it anymore. I mean, James is already there, kind of.
I'm already fucking there. I don't wink at all. Can't remember when I last had.
Listen, look, as a having a family in the house, I'm like, it's just not there's no viable option. I don't know, and most of the time my kid's in the bed with me, so I'm like, oh shit, like what am I gonna do? All over.
I think that's why I don't wank, because I don't have a family, so I can have pussy. That's why.
Yeah, but I don't have a family. And
I still fuck my wife, man.
You're just greedy.
I am greedy. That's probably more the problem.
Greedy. Too much.
My truck has manual locks, so I have to open her door first and then make her lean over and open mine from the inside. I guess. Why does your truck have manual locks, dude? Like, fuck.
That's like 1990s.
Are there any restrictions to donating blood while on gear? Yes. Don't tell them you're on gear because they won't take your blood. At least that's
Yeah.
that's what happened to me. I tried to
I
be
think that's
honest.
happened, yeah, to a few
I
people.
tried to be honest, and they were like, "Yeah, you can't get blood anymore." I'm like, "Fuck!" So I had to go to a phlebotomy clinic. Can I ask you guys something about this though? And I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because we don't have a lot of time left, but this is very important. I have heard from 2 different doctors now that this whole giving blood shit, like blood dumping, is kind of not what all it's cracked up to be. Like, you can donate blood, your red blood cell count will come down,
What about
but
how long?
but then it will go right back up. It's not a matter, like, you're only seeing
Immediate.
you're seeing the immediate, but whatever is causing the problem in your body, the root cause of it is what's going to keep happening anyway. So your red blood cell count is just going to come back up. But that being said, if you don't give blood, like, let's say, for example, what I was told by 2 different doctors is this: let's say your red blood cell count is like 188, and you're like, oh, I got to give blood, so it goes down under 175 or whatever. So you go give blood, and then the first thing it shows is it went down to 175. What they're telling me is, number one, it's going to go right back up to 188. And number 2, what do you got there?
Deliverance.
Fucking ass.
Of what? Is there 5
Sorry
guys? That looks like a
sorry to
5
break the. You was deep in your talk there.
No, I'm
Is
just
that
trying to
Five
get.
Guys bag?
No,
It's not actually.
what is it? Nando's?
Right. It's Greek.
Greek's good too. Is it like a gyro? Or
Yeah.
a souvlaki?
Mixed one.
Oh, I'm so jealous now. I'm gonna order some shit food after this.
Cool. You deserve it.
I deserve. Okay, and can I finish my point?
Keep going.
What they were saying,
what
what they were trying to tell me was, if your red blood cell count was 188, it would not go above that if you didn't give blood. So you're kind of essentially doing nothing unless you start attacking the root of the problem.
So, but okay, question, and I don't know because this is the first time I'm hearing.
I don't know either. This is what
I'm going to ask you anyway, because if you don't know, then whatever. But so say it's at that 188, right? And you bring it down, it comes back up to 188. Does it go? Does it super compensate and go higher? Because if it doesn't, I still see a benefit of giving yourself some relief in the short term.
Yeah, but why though? It's just relief for like a week. It's fake. It's not
real.
real.
But what?
Fake relief.
Wait, but hang on. If you can put it down to say 150, that's good.
But that's not why.
If you bring it down to 150,
delicious.
If you bring it down to 150 for a week,
it's not going to go to. It's not going to go to 150 when you blood. Okay. When you blood dump like that, it'll go down like 10 points.
I deal in different units to you, so I go from like 50 to the like. If it's over 50, then I dump blood.
Yeah.
But okay, so it does go back up to where it was originally. Yeah, sure, go and fix the root cause of the problem, but that still gives you some relief in the short term. From
so it's like taking a shit.
188.
I guess. Okay, I'm not saying you're wrong, Ben. I guess what I'm trying to say is people should not rely. People should not rely on. Oh, it's delicious. Would you fuck off for a minute so I can finish this point?
I'm just blocking you. I'm so bad.
All I'm saying is people shouldn't rely on the blood dumping to
yes,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
Because I've had this conversation with Paul, because Paul's trying to bring his red blood cell count down, and I'm like, dude, you need to do some high intensity cardio. You need to figure out maybe the weight you're gaining or not gaining. The fucking, like, there's got to be other solutions, because I don't think the blood dump is what is doing what everybody thinks it's doing. It's
a as you guys would call it, a band-aid, right? You're just patching up a problem.
Right.
That's for sure. Right. I do agree with that. Yeah, absolutely. But I don't sometimes put the band-aid on while you try and figure out the fucking problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
And also, like, if you're in a prep, fucking keep it down. We'll figure this out on the backside.
Yeah.
There's certain times where you just roll with stuff.
James doing a food review while Fouad is talking about blood work.
I'm so sorry, but these chips are really good. These are fucking spectacular. I'm not gonna lie. They're like rosemary.
They look pretty good.
Oh, mate.
Rosemary.
I've been actually really strict on my diet. I didn't tell you guys, and James, maybe you know, but I've been working with Stefan.
He's helped you a bit. I haven't even asked. That's good. That's cool.
It's not like a real bodybuilding diet. I said, look, I want to live a normal lifestyle. First diet he sent me was 6 meals a day. And I'm like, listen,
fuck off.
I don't want to be a bodybuilder again. I just want to, like, I just need some direction.
I was right when I said every fucker's working with Stefan earlier, huh?
Well, we were talking, and I was like, I just need some direction. I want to get back in shape, but I don't want to be a bodybuilder. I just want to maintain the muscle I have. And
you're on that 40+ package diet.
Yeah. I want like the
Rock.
Bod. I want the Rock dad bod.
What do you want the Rock's fucking package? The guy's steaming out of his eyeballs. Are you kidding me?
Well, Okay, we'll do a couple more, then we'll go. Fouad, is borax still the way to clean out the stench in clothes? Yes. Borax is the shit. Shout out to the podcast for always getting me through workday. You're welcome. I've been on the no fap for more than a year. Why is okay? Can somebody tell me why this no fap thing is like become so popular? Why are people like? Why are people? You've heard of no fap, right? Basically means like no jerking off. Why is this like?
No.
Why are all these influencers coming out going, "Oh, don't jerk off"? Like, what is the problem?
So I have a split on this.
Okay.
Jerking off is fine. Jerking off to porn, not fine.
No, why? What are you supposed to jerk off to your
Porn
fucking
is
memory?
cheating. Porn is
What are you supposed
cheating.
to, you're supposed to jerk
No,
off to
no,
your,
no,
to your memories?
No, I don't
Yes.
like the whole dopamine. You know how I feel about fucking screen times and social media, and you and I fucking butt heads on this.
So James is this is the dumbest take I've ever heard. Ben, I'm sorry, I love you, but this is retarded. You think
No.
it's okay to jerk off, but actually it's not retarded. A lot of people are saying
No,
this.
I think it's. I think
But you're
it's
saying it
normal.
for
I think it's healthy and normal to jerk off first
Right.
and foremost, right?
Right.
Caveat.
Okay.
I love
But,
wanking
but
to
you think it's
memory.
wrong, but you think it's wrong to jerk off to porn. The
I
reason
think you start chasing dopamine hits, which is unhealthy, and our human brains aren't developed to handle. Yes, you and I have had this conversation. Please don't have this on you online. Please. Please.
James, you think it's wrong to jerk off to porn?
No.
No, right? It's
No.
part of life.
If
Like
you're going to wank, you're already wanking, so you might as well watch porn.
Yeah. That's what I'm
In
saying.
my opinion. But I get where Ben's coming from. But me personally, my missus would already be like, why are you wanking when I could have sex with you? So I'm already halfway there. I might as well just watch the porn as well.
I don't think wanking is bad. I think crack on, get it out.
Wait. This guy says no fap is good. It brings stability to your life. And to be honest, you shouldn't have time to jerk off, especially if you're young, and even older, go bang a girl. Okay, first of all, how does not jerking off bring stability how does jerking off not like make your life unstable or unstable? This guy's basically saying jerking off makes your life unstable. I'm like, I don't know.
No. It's
I
healthy.
think it gives you routine.
Listen, you think so fucking clearly after a wank. I'm telling you that much, right? Fucking.
And then
you
this
want
guy,
to
right?
You want to make some hard decisions in life? Go have a wank first and come back.
This guy says porn is horrible for your brain. I'm like, I seem to be doing okay.
Debatable.
Is this like?
There's two different people, isn't there, as well?
Is this like a new generation thing? Like, have you guys heard about all? I keep seeing this shit come up.
No, here's the thing. It's a new generation thing because social media and this whole fucking it wasn't around generations ago.
This guy says some people fall off the deep end with porn. Yeah, I mean, I guess in that sense, if you're addicted to it, you're watching it all fucking day long, then you have a problem. But I'm like,
I've never been that way with porn.
No, I haven't either. Like, if you take your phone out for 5 minutes and fucking crank one out like a couple times a week, it doesn't mean your life is fucked.
I've always found I can imagine better sex than the porn delivers.
Yeah, I'll imagine what I want to imagine for sure.
I do find that.
And here's the thing.
I have fun.
Wait, this guy says Fouad's not realizing he's an addict.
Figuring it out now.
Here's the thing. Porn doesn't add a single thing to my life.
No.
When I wank, if I wank without porn, I get exactly the same benefit as if I wank with it, but I don't get any of the negative with it.
So wait a minute. Wait a minute. When you jerk off, you go full memory only?
Full memory,
yeah. I'm telling you, but here's the thing: because I've stepped away from like social media and that, like, yeah, I can. It's easy. It's so it's there for me. Yeah,
you can do full memory, but you can twist it slightly.
Yeah, but this is the point. Fouad, this is the point. Because you haven't stepped away from it, you don't recognize the diff. Like you haven't got a comparison to it.
Wait a minute. This guy says this is the best point made.
Oh, because he backs you up. Cool. Carry on.
No, because it's the most sensible. It says it's kind of like alcohol and drugs. Some people can use it recreational, others can't. That to me makes the most sense. Some people can watch porn once or twice a week for 5 fucking minutes while they crank one out and be fine. And other guys are like, I gotta watch it all fucking day long.
Well, it's the same thing that Anton was talking about, right? He knows that he can't tap into that because it sucks him all the way in, and it's not good for
So
him.
Ben, you've been an addict.
This guy says the best thing that makes the most sense. Ben has a good spank bank. That's why you're able to imagine. Don't answer that.
But don't you find anyway, if you're watching porn, by the time you're getting to the climax, you close your eyes anyway and start imagining shit anyway. I never could watch and then just be like, I'd always go. Like, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you go back here.
Yeah, you go back into the memory anyway. You adjust the ending a little bit.
Why are people saying I'm in the denial stage? I'm not in denial. I love fucking I have no problem watching porn. I don't think it's a bad thing. I actually don't think there's anything wrong with it.
The best quote is there was, why do people say I'm not in denial? I'm not in denial. No, I'm not.
Okay. Listen, I know I'm probably I'm on the normal side here. I don't know very many guys who use the spank bank. Like I have just go off memory.
Power of my mind is strong.
I think if we polled like 100 guys, I bet you 90 of them don't.
Wait, majority doesn't necessarily mean correct. Can we just agree on that one?
Yeah, well, I think when it comes to matters of sex, there is no correct.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, the only thing I would say is incorrect is if somehow your sex addiction or sex life or whatever you want to call it is
leads you to be a bit rapey.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this.
No,
Can I,
no, I was gonna say if it's interfering with your life in any way, then there's a fucking problem.
Can I say this? And this might be just personal, but anecdotally, and I'll be very blunt and honest. Not watching porn and not wanking, I have a much better sex life with my wife. Period.
Yeah, I could agree with that. Yeah, when you're not watching porn, your sex life is better. I
have a better sex life with my wife.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so for me, I'm like, cool. That's cool. It's better for her. It's better for me.
I think your sensitivity level goes up if you're not wanking it and you're not watching porn.
That's why. That's why.
The fulfillment with your wife it matches now. It peaks.
Yeah.
That's why I come so fast because I don't watch porn. No, it's honest. That's why I'm really quick. Because I don't.
That's amazing.
Because I don't build endurance by training my clock. So therefore,
can you quantify quick?
Okay, wait a minute. There's a thing in the chat now. Wait a second. Can I please?
Like 30 seconds, a minute.
Yeah. What is quick? What is quick, James? Like a minute?
Less.
Whoa!
Wait, are you talking like?
I can go less than I can go quick, mate.
Are you saying like from the time you take your pants off to the time you finish is
no the first pump to last pump.
No, I'm not talking.
If I say to my good wife, I don't want to be rude, but if I'm like, you do the work today on me, give it fucking half a minute, I can be out there.
Are you serious?
Okay.
If I want to be.
Yeah. If I'm fully concentrated on myself and I lay back and she's on top, under a minute. Okay, sure.
Bang.
I can do that.
I've only done that in the instances where if I'm really in the mood, then I'm like a minute or two.
If I'm controlling the pace and I'm thinking about her, it's a little longer.
Yeah. Sure. Maybe another half a minute.
Can I just
a minute and a half?
Can I just comment on this chat real quick? People because I'm defending porn, people now think I'm an addict. I'm not a fucking porn addict. I'm just saying I don't think it's abnormal. That's all to watch porn. Like I think people are going a little bit. I just noticed like this thing online all of a sudden of like it's bad if you masturbate, and I'm like you know what it is? I see like these influencer guys who are like, motivational speakers, and they're like, don't jerk off, it'll ruin your life. And I'm like, I think you should take it easy a bit. It's not really that bad. Anyways, okay.
It's like there's one thing going on at the minute as well. Another thing that you've probably seen is this raw dogging. Do you know what that is? Raw dogging?
You talking about the airplane shit?
Yeah, that's just weird, man. Why are people doing that?
I've heard of that.
Kill me.
So they're not allowed to do anything on the airplane apart from watch the maps of their flight path, and they have to stay awake.
And they're proud of it.
For like 17 hours. Some people have done like from here to Japan, like just like that.
Yeah.
Why?
I saw one guy post. He's like, he posted 20 hours on a plane, raw dogging it, and he's sitting there, just staring at the back of the seat in front of him.
I mean, raw dogging in my head meant something.
That's why I brought it up because it sounded sexual.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. It
Yeah.
means fucking without a condom. But
Mm.
now it means flying on a plane with no entertainment.
Maybe,
I'm not doing that ever.
I don't
What?
get it.
Why would you want to do
There's
that?
no one. Is it? Are any of these people over 30?
No,
No.
they're all young. They're all young. And they're trying to be influencers, so they're trying to get like props for doing it. It's like fuck doing that, man. That's just crazy.
But I don't understand why that would be something you'd be proud of anyway. You're like so fucking stupid. It's like,
You're a psycho. You're a psycho
Yeah,
if you do that.
yeah. All right, James.
I mean, you can say the same thing about like the ice tub, though, right? Like, how long can you stay in the ice tub? Well, you're arguing, why the fuck are you doing that?
No, because there's benefits to
There's
that.
benefit to that. I get
Yeah.
it.
There's zero benefit
Sure.
to fucking staring at the back of a plane
There's
seat.
nothing.
That's just that's just straight torture. You're just straight torture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking-
Oh, these guys are saying raw dogging can be applied to anything in life. So maybe we're too old to know the
Yeah.
new
I'm
terminology.
I'm out of touch. I'm out of
Yeah,
touch. With
yeah,
this.
I'm out of TikTok touch with everything. Okay, guys, James, are you almost done? What are you eating there? Should I get some?
You should get some, man. One more look. It's the gyros, but they're like flatbread. The meat. Got 3 different meats here.
Is it gyro or gyro?
Yeah, chicken. Gyro, whatever you want to call it, bro. You're the one that's got this tan skin. You tell me. I don't know.
I'm closer to Greece, so I get to say what it is.
Yeah.
My point exactly, man.
James is correct about porn making you last longer. Yeah, well, we all agree on that.
Mm.
Hey, fuckhead. This guy's getting fucking blocked real quick. Sorry. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Okay, boys, I had a lot of fun. Thanks for coming back on.
Good to catch up, man. Thank you everyone for tuning in as well.
I'll
Thanks,
see you.
Ben.
I'll see you next year. I'll see you next year, man.
Thanks, Ben, for making time for us once again, and James
See you
again
next
for
year.
another week. All right,
Yeah,
guys.
pleasure.
Well, good luck this
Love you,
weekend. Good luck this weekend in Texas with your boys, Ben.
Yeah, Ben. Have fun, bro.
And hopefully we can
Thanks,
catch up next week again.
I'm gonna keep
Maybe.
eating gyros, and I'll catch you guys soon.
Okay,
Bye.
boys.